I spoke to somebody the other day and they was telling me about his child, yeah? I end up just saying, talking to the guy and I'm like, I didn't go to school in my area and I had to take basically, it took me an hour and a half to go to school every day.
Yeah.
Basically. And he goes, oh, my son as well. Yeah, he lives in this part of North London, yeah? I think it was like Enfield or something like that. I can't remember. And he has to go to the other side of North London, like you did, yeah? So when I'm hearing, I'm like, this man's going through bare manners. Yeah. Like he's going through so many beef songs he doesn't even know. But because the guy's white, I just assume it doesn't even affect him. But if that boy was a black boy, I'd be like, you just put this man like in the death sentence because he's going from every area in that, like all beefing, all of them are beefing. But for him, he was just like, oh, it's his adventure. He's going, and I was thinking,
and you don't think a white child in this day and age now is gonna go?
No, he's child.
Wow.
You can tell. You can.
No, he's child.
Because I think it's a bit more, or unless I'm wrong, I don't know. Is it a bit more cosmopolitan now? If you're growing up in areas where those type of issues are a thing, then it doesn't really matter what colour you are.
Nah, it depends where you come from. You still got to have the background, innit?
They're not really moving to the young white boys. It's the young black boys that get moved to.
So you're saying that the criminals are blacks?
Unfortunately, the young black boys.
We are feeding the stereotype, man.
It's not a stereotype, bro. It's unfortunate, but most of them, in London, like you want to go outside of London, it's different. But most of them in inner city London, they are. Unfortunately, most of them are black.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast.
Eloquently saying nothing protest. We come to you like live every week. It is myself, Mr. Wolf. I am Stavros Boss and you are Big Wahala and Simple Simon's in the building. I am here, we are here, no black scotch today.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast.
You know, I bought this thing for a year. I haven't used it. I used it for 1 weekend. I'd never use it again.
You never mentioned me.
You did. You were the first one.
You're the first one. You're the one that made it.
Boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one that sounds wrong.
I was using that as a party trick, boy. I was doing it for kids.
Boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. Or maybe my headphones are just...
It might have been low.
Yeah, girl. Yes. I sound good now. I need to take this coat off. I'm hot. All right, I'm pumped. I'm ready to start. I have many topics.
Many topics.
Joint best song of 2025.
You reckon?
Yeah, I really do love that song.
The remix is so much better
though. Where with the extra verse.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about. That song, it's like so old and new at the same time. It's what's his name? Tried to do it. Who's the biggest Nigerian?
Burna Boy.
No.
Wiz Kid?
No.
Who's the big? Those are the two biggest.
No, as in presently right now.
Yes. Are you talking about Asake?
Yeah.
Asake is not the biggest. Bro.
You wouldn't say that he's bigger than Wiz Kid right now?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I would argue with you. What I'm talking about right now, I like historically, obviously Wiz Kid's bigger. He might have a bigger.
When you say bigger,
whatever.
what do you mean?
As in, if they dropped the same, let's say they dropped an 8 out of 10 song now or 9 out of 10 song today, all of them the same song. Mm-hmm. Which one of them would have sold the most? I think Asake will sell more than Wiz Kid right now.
No, never,
because
never
he's hotter right now.
If you want to say who's the hotter artist,
that's what I meant then.
you might say Asake might be hotter at the moment.
Yeah,
but if you're saying who's the bigger artist,
that's what I mean. Then
because there's people in America that don't know who the hell Asake is.
That's what I mean. Okay. Then that's what I mean. So forgive me for using
and even then, it's
the wrong terminology.
It's only certain places that he's indie.
I think Asake is
indie. No,
he's a hot artist right now.
Even some people might even say that we're late and he's not even that hot anymore.
Who?
Asake, there might be some other ones that will be telling you this one is the hot one.
Potentially. But if I don't know them, then they're not hot.
My man, the young one?
What are you talking about?
Rema.
Rema's hot. Rema's real hot.
Right now?
Yeah.
He's huge, bro.
Okay.
I think he's crossed over and he's more mainstream. The Americans know him. You know,
the Americans still know Asake as well, but just not as big as Burna Boy is the biggest with Wiz Kid, I would say.
And then Rema, and then Asake, I think.
All right, either which way.
But he's still big.
And Davido, let's not forget that Davido don't exist. You know?
Asake and Wiz Kid, they have an album out.
Davido.
Or was it an EP or just a song?
They had like an EP or something. Or I think it was like a song.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one song though, was it?
It was almost like
I think it was just one song, bro.
I've got it.
I think they have a project together, you know.
But it's not many songs though.
They done a lot of interviews together, bro. You know, I did like the collab, and I did like the respect and the love, the bromance. It was there, man.
I like it when people at the top of their game link up and be like, yeah, we're pals, we're cool, we can work together.
Let's do this. And I think you find out in Afrobeats, everyone's just doing tunes together. There's no beef.
No, I think
there was beef with the Ghana boy, and then that was it.
Which one?
Sheriff, Black Sheriff.
Who had beef with him?
He was kind of just calling out all Nigerian Afrobeat artists.
Okay, so it's more that thing. Right.
Yeah, Real Volume 1. I remember.
So how many tunes there? I need to listen to that then.
It's got 4 songs.
4, okay.
It was alright. It's good.
It's like a maxi single, even more than even an EP. I feel like you need to have 5 before you're an EP.
Okay.
Remember back in the day, you had a maxi single.
Mm-hmm, I'm trying to remember it now though. I'm trying to think if it's more Amapiano than it was Afrobeats. I can't remember now. I should play it, but I can't. Anyway.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it's a shame we can't play anything anymore. Anyways, like I said,
is that a matter of fact, or is there something that we can do, or if we do it, that we have to pay?
I don't even think you can pay.
Excuse me.
There might be something to do, but I don't know how
PRS
to do it.
Or something. Monthly thing.
I don't know. There's probably something you can do, but I don't know what it is.
Because you don't find many podcasts playing music at all, right?
Because of this same situation. And there's big podcasts that don't play music because of the same situation.
And then the difference between us, because we publish on one, for those of you listening who are not inner, there are different ways you can publish your podcast. You can publish it via independent means, so you can publish via Spotify and via SoundCloud and via YouTube and via Google Podcasts. Not anymore. You can do it individually, but we don't do that. We do one and then send it, and Apple Podcasts. You can do it individually. So some people, it's like when I do it on SoundCloud, because they're not going to necessarily chop anybody off. When they upload it with music. And then when they do it on YouTube,
I think Joe Budden does that.
They'll block it off on YouTube or on Spotify. They might pay for it on Spotify. So they go through different avenues and they do whatever it is they have to do on the different avenues to not get locked off. But that means they have to edit for each avenue, or not even for each. It's just like for 2. There's one where they'll cut off the music, and there's one where they'll keep the music. And the one where they can keep the music is where they've organized themselves to whatever it is. So we could do it where on SoundCloud we could still have the music. Okay. But then I would have to cut it for all the other forums where we might get locked off, which is basically Spotify and YouTube. But
that's where we get most of our listeners, in Spotify.
Yeah. And I can't bother to do that.
Yeah, so I'm just reading it now. It says, no, Joe Budden does not play full copyrighted songs during their video episodes on YouTube due to copyright restrictions and to avoid demonetization. They typically discuss music, play very short snippets, or omit the music entirely, focus on the conversation rather than the streaming. But if he's on SoundCloud, he just plays the music.
Okay, so you listen to it on SoundCloud?
Yeah, I don't listen on SoundCloud, but I know it's coming from the SoundCloud stream.
So it proves my point. So yeah, there are things you can do. Whereas some people on Spotify, they'll have a deal with Spotify, or they'll pay Spotify, or like you say. To be honest, I think if you're on Spotify and you want to do it, there's probably a button you can click where you'd be like, we'll deal with all that kind of stuff.
I think if you're not monetizing it, I thought that might be the case where you could do it. We're not monetizing us, are we? Or are we?
No.
I don't know why usually we keep looking at something.
No. I'm just pocketing the money that we're making every month into my own pocket.
Anyway, but going back to what we was really saying, I'm on it.
Intros. We got topics. I got topics anyways. I don't know if you man do, but I do. So let's get started on this. I'll do the intros and let you know that I've
ridiculed everyone on the roster.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize.
Yes, sir.
To absolutely nobody. Get down. The double champ does what the he wants.
Probably why they don't lock us up for this.
Yeah, I know if it's like less than 10 seconds or whatever, I don't think it's an issue.
But then maybe we should try the 10-second thing then.
Why?
Yeah, because then what are you going to get with 10 seconds? And then you're risking it.
This is a lot. That's a lot, man. And it's good.
Yeah, because it's already been edited and all that stuff. It's not a problem. Whereas I want to play that many. You know, quick.
You just say many and it's done. Many. That's it.
No, that's 2 seconds, bro.
Whatever.
You get 10 seconds.
Put it this way. I'm happy to take an episode where we do something like that.
You risk it.
Yeah. Even if you want it to be this one, and then we'll see the fallout, because we'll get the emails saying you've been locked off. If we don't get the emails,
what we do? I get them all the time.
Yeah, but we're not having them. Yeah,
because we don't play any music.
Yeah, so my point is, I am happy. Personally, Mr. Wolf has brought it. He said
he don't see them. That's why.
Okay. Can I talk?
The man finish.
Mr. Wolf has said, why don't we try? And I said, you know what? I'm happy to try an episode where we figure out 10 seconds or so, and then we do that. And then for one, we'll see if it's even worth it in terms of whether we get locked off or not. Is it any fun to be counting the 10 seconds and be like, it's not enough? Or it might be like, 10 seconds is not so bad. And then after a few months, nothing's get locked off. And we're like, okay, well, now we know we can do 10 seconds. And if we don't have to, but if we want to, then it's the option's there. I don't mind doing that.
A few days, you mean?
You should ask your side piece if 10 seconds is enough. Ask her later.
Maybe later. But I'm happy to trial that now.
I'm not happy.
Yeah. Oh, but you were happy for the whole half episode to not come out the other day. It didn't bother you?
Yeah. Because the episode came out.
The person who wasn't bothered is...
That big Wahala Insta, big Wahala was good.
To my left.
Wait for the wolf, who should be coming directly.
You sending the wolf?
You feel better, motherfucker?
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
Yes. What's going on? Catch me on Instagram on AK Mr. Wolf, on Twitter on AK _Mr. Wolf. What's going on? I've got two things I want to play, and I might wait till next week for the second thing, depending on how things go. But the second thing that I'm going to play is of the Igbo culture. Something a little bit fun, but I wanted my boy Simple Simon to be here. He will be here, but he's just not here right now. So we're going to play something from Blessings Coyote, and have a listen to this.
Today's Yoruba word of the day is itesiwaju. Itesiwaju. Now, if you already know what this means, comment it down below in the comment section. Let me see your Yoruba prowess. But itesiwaju means progress. Itesiwaju, progress. So for me, itesiwaju, let me know the progress of the work we're doing. But if you want to use it as a verb, you can also use tesiwaju, which is progress or continue. Tesiwaju, progress or continue. Let me know if you already need this word or if it's a new one for you. And if you want to practice using it in a question in the comment section. Udabo.
Itesiwaju.
Itesiwaju. You can catch her on Instagram. Yoruba Lessons on Instagram. She's very good. Itesiwaju. The second thing, maybe I'll play, maybe not. Maybe next week.
Is it? Can I ask a question? Is it to do with these things where people are this new trend that's out at the moment?
What trend is that?
Where people are just from different cultures. I said how they hear other people's cultures when they're talking.
No, but that is funny.
That is, it's funny, but you know how
people find offense to everything.
No, but it's weird. Like
it's funny.
It is funny
because it's true.
It's funny. It's true. But then you know what it was happening, and this is where you know that sometimes they inter ethnic beefs. Yeah, I've heard numerous Nigerians and Ghanaian ones. Yeah, I've heard numerous ones. where they said the Ghanaians were doing this. I've heard Igbo and Yoruba ones. I've heard. Then there was one Caribbean man that did one of Nigeria's, and I'm not gonna lie to you. As soon as I read that one, it's like this. So I look at the comments. When did this start being racism? And I was like, I don't know what it was. It's because of the way he did it. His one wasn't good. Maybe that's why it was
okay.
Because he sounded like he was. Somebody said he sounded like a Samoan Nigerian Chinese because he just didn't sound anything like a Nigerian person.
But like, what language was he trying to mimic?
He doesn't say Yoruba, but he wasn't even saying Yoruba. He was saying he was just talking in English, trying to use an African accent. And then,
he didn't do it very well.
And then abusing people, basically.
Well, then that's why they did it.
Yeah, but he was. I think he was trying to do the trend.
There's always the fine line in comedy.
So. Yeah, he was trying to do the trend, and it just didn't work out for him. But the ones I've been hearing so far have been hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
For me, because Mad Cat is not happy with one of the ones that I was crying with one of the Ghanaian ones.
Which one, the girl or the boy?
I think it was. The boy, the one because he said eggs. When he said eggs, I started crying, and she didn't know what I was laughing at because we're in the kitchen together, and I'm there on my phone, and she can't hear it. I've got my headphones in, and I dropped the phone crying, and because it was funny enough as it was, anyways, because it sounded. Then when he just put eggs in it, I just started to cry because it's not even something that is the racism part. That is the bit where it's like he's crossover from the joke. Into like a little bit of a needling, but that's why I found it so funny at that point. If you can find that one, actually,
was that the one in the group?
It's in the family group. That one,
okay,
I believe.
I'll send it to you because I think it was. I think it was my wife that sent it anyway.
Or just bump it, and yes, I found that very funny. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it's just one culture impersonating another culture. This is what they sound like when I'm listening to them.
Yeah, but this trend is. I didn't even know it was a big thing, but it's going around plenty, boy. Okay, I think it's this one.
Okay,
Sound boy.
Simple Simon is here. Oh, yeah, let me do this. I can mute. It said this so I can mute all these mics.
I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And I would defend it.
I don't think this is the one. No, this is not the one.
But maybe it wasn't in the group then. The woman's one is much better.
That's not. No, this is not the one. This is not the one.
It's funny though. Oh, that's taking them.
For this one is the one. This woman,
for equal opportunity, we have to do one where
this is the woman, because this one here, yeah. Somebody said, as I got there, I understood, and this one I said, yeah. In fact, even your wife thinks I said that she might have understood some of the words. Play that one. I'll just say you that.
Sika bebre etu no one ton me see me team wasia etu no me dey no go to no man no to am pan etu abua.
And these times my brother does a good one though. For Russian. People think that he understands and speaks Russian.
14 Ghana cedis.
You know the thing is, you wouldn't say Ghana cedis. You wouldn't bother saying all of that if you were doing it for real.
This girl.
And this from somebody from Gabon.
We need to do one from another country because we can't be just piling on.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll send you the Igbo one. Igbo to Nigeria. I'll send you that one.
Go on. Igbo to Yoruba, you mean?
Yeah, Igbo to Yoruba. That was what I heard today. I'll send it to.
What, the couples?
No. That couple one was good as well.
Yeah.
That couple one was good as well. But this is.
But then I really realized when I heard that couple one, because the man is Yoruba and the wife is Igbo, and they both impersonate each other when they're talking. And then I realized, as much as I laughed at the Yoruba one, because I realized I can't laugh at the Igbo one. I don't hear enough Igbo to relate. So the Ghanaian one, I'm laughing because to me, married to a Ghanaian, being around enough Ghanaians, it's funny because it's true.
The Igbo one I heard, and I was crazy.
I don't know enough Igbo people speaking Igbo.
One of my oldest friends
to resonate with me.
Is an Igbo guy. Like, my Igbo family is tight still. Yeah.
Okay, let me play this one then. So
it's probably the one that I've heard. They're basically doing the cultures mimicking the language of other cultures. It's not the actual real language, but because you kind of have heard it,
you hear it.
It's just so funny.
He'll catch on.
Mm-hmm. This is Igbo to Yoruba.
Hey, ọmọ, kí ló dé, kí ló ṣe? Ẹ̀fọ́rírò mo ti gbà rẹ̀. Kíníkan. Ọ̀dàbọ̀. Ọmọ. Iye, mo gbé, ó ti sú ẹ̀mí o. Ọmọ, kí ló dé? Ọ̀dàrọ̀. Iye, mo gbé, one bed, ní kíníkan.
Quite a few words in there, though.
But it is this random word.
Efforiro, it's like my favorite dish.
Yeah, when she just said the dish one, I was like, I'll say the couple one if you did want to play.
The Efforiro.
But yeah, there's enough of them, man.
What is that? You lot's new. I want the one that I was crying at, man.
No, there's a thing now where there's different cultures are basically going around.
I know of the thing, but I'm saying that you into it now. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
Because the Ghanaian ones to be making me laugh. The Ghanaians and the Nigerian ones. But then I've started to hear the Igbo and the Yoruba ones as well.
Okay. I haven't heard any Ghanaian ones. I've heard the Igbo and the Yoruba ones.
You just missed two, bro.
That's the one that we are creasing.
No. So,
Then you tell me how I sound. Mo ti gbọ́ àlàyé gbogbo ṣe. Mi ò ń gbọ́ mílì gbogbo lẹ́gbọ̀ọ́ gba máa mọ̀ sọ́mọ́ mẹ́lẹ̀ gbọ́. Gba bẹ́ẹ̀ gbalẹ̀ ìgbò so.
Okay, so that's the Yoruba one.
That's Igbo mimicking Yoruba.
Daddy. I want to see the only song you come gonna no, mommy, I don't mind singing, but I know man, I sing what I go. I don't mind saying I don't
mind.
He said that you think that you played it longer. He said that they always sound like they're shouting at each other. And one time we thought that the father-in-law and the daughter was beefing.
Yeah.
She said, "No, I'm just greeting."
Yeah.
I was upset. But then she keep calling my wife and upsetting her.
But she said that Yoruba people sound like they're fighting as well.
Yeah, they always say that we sound like we're fighting.
Yeah, we do.
Blatantly. I'm not even arguing that one.
I'm not gonna argue that one. I'm trying to find the other one. Okay. All right. So the Simple Simon.
Here's the one. Here's the one from the Ghanaian one. Hold on. This was the actual original one that I saw. That was the one that kicked it off. So this is from Ghana to Nigeria.
So a Ghanaian impersonating a Nigerian.
I don't even know if she's a person, but she's the same. What she
what language? Oh, just any language.
Femi Oluwafemi. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ló dé? The pastor said. I beg call the doctor. God's time. God caution.
Oluwa fast track. Come here.
Oluwa fast track.
God, I honor you.
Yes, Delta State.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
That's my son.
Heavenly carpet. Where are you?
Here is the calculator. Femi Oluwafemi.
That was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
That was a good one.
There's better than, but there's so many. But anyway, that was the one.
If I find the other one, I'll look for it at some point. But before we do all of that, before you tell us if the Igbo one sounded authentic, I do have to introduce
this guy,
my brother. Maybe.
I don't know.
Was that in the group?
I know. So it was in the group, you're saying, yeah?
Yeah, that's where I got it from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, Empress Menen Mama.
On my right.
Gaza forever.
Gaza, we say forever. Alliance of the Foundation. We say boom and we say bam. We say crocodile. Yes.
Let me play the thing.
I have arrived. So you want to play your thing?
Yeah, because it's for simple.
Done it.
So I already done my Yoruba thing. I'm not going to do Igbo thing.
Okay.
Yes. a couple of kids just describing Igbo words.
A talkative. Person who eats a lot. An antagonistic person. A truant. A person who's active at night. A stingy person. A generous person. A person who sucks their finger. A traveler. A drunkard. A person who cries a lot. A lazy person. A dirty person. A person who loves to cook. A security guard. A successful man. An orator. A person who claims to know it all. A prolific writer. A peaceful person. A person who does lip service. A proud person. A gossip. A dull or unintelligent person. A maximalist. A fashionista.
Right.
Random words. Random words.
I like the format. I like the format in which it's delivered.
Yes,
I do appreciate that. The children are doing the future.
That's it, man. The children know their language. They understand it. They speak it.
It's very good because we consider our language to be a dying one.
Yes.
So for the children of that age to be there doing up translation, I appreciate.
Yeah. Now I was speaking to
why did I have to say that?
I was speaking to the missus about that actually, and she was saying that the Igbos don't speak enough to their children. So you get more Yorubas knowing their language.
Yes, you will,
excluding us, but not so much the Igbos.
Yeah, and that's partly because of how the whole missionary thing happened in Nigeria. They got to us first, and we're the first ones that turned over and started teaching in English to our people.
You also have to think about,
unfortunately
for
my show.
Unfortunately for them, Europe is probably more popular as well.
But
so these people that are if you're gonna, even if you're outside of Nigeria, if you're gonna know some Nigerian words, it's usually gonna be Yoruba.
Yeah, but the problem with that also is that Igbos are spread as far as like the world is concerned. They're spread the most around the world. So what tends to happen is, rather than the language profligating, those people that go out, the Igbo people that go out into the world, learn other people's languages.
You think there's more Igbo people outside of Nigeria than Yoruba people outside of Nigeria?
No. Probably.
I don't think there is.
Probably. By percentage ratio, not by absolute number, by percentage ratio.
Of the amount of Igbos that's in existence.
The amount of Igbos that are in existence.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, the number of them that are outside of Nigeria or spread around the world, that ratio is higher.
There was
because we're traders as well.
A term that was coined some time ago that stated that the most, I think it was Yorubas then, not so much Nigerians.
What's that?
The most amount of Yorubas outside of Nigeria is in Brazil and parts of the South Americas.
Yeah.
But I don't know in terms of numbers, whether it's Igbos or Yorubas the most, but it's definitely one of the two.
I'm not saying in absolute numbers because obviously your population is bigger.
About
per ratio, yeah, per Igbo person, yeah.
Motigbo.
Okay, this is the one.
I found it. I'm gonna play the last one. I found the one that I found hilarious.
Did my wife put it in the group?
Yes.
Okay, now I've seen it. I just literally found it there. Go on.
And I'll play that as the full stop for the end of this conversation. So
Okay.
Is there anything anybody else wants to add before I play it and we move on?
No, let's play the thing.
Pay upon chale. Me put in up here and upon chit and upon pay. For the bomb baby.
Yeah, I can see this.
If I pay up and I'm up here upon pay. Eggs. More eggs.
It wasn't even that funny.
He should have just
before
let the eggs. He should have said the second time.
It wasn't even that funny until he said that. There are so many better ones because, like I said, I don't think it was super authentic but when he just said eggs, I dropped my phone crying.
The Gabonese woman has been the best one for me because she started Gade.
That guy is actually very, very funny.
And then she said 40 cedis. When she said that, I said, nah, this woman.
That guy is hilarious. He's an Igbo guy as well.
I'll send you them.
Yeah, please. That one about the last one you just said as well. This one? No, the one that you just said about the Gambian woman you said.
She's Gambian, bruv.
Imagine that. That's what I don't hear enough of.
Gambian.
Generally. No, like people outside of the Africans outside of the big countries, you don't really hear them or their point of view about how other people sound, other Africans sound. Do you get what I mean? So like hearing a Gambian talking about a Ghanaian to me is like
gold.
And then equally, you don't hear probably Nigerians talking about anybody else other than Ghanaians. Like what happened to, there was one comedian that did Congolese. But he didn't do it like for the accents, he did it for the music.
Okay.
So he did a whole song. Ding, ding, ding. He did a whole song. Yeah, it was hilarious.
Congolese though, they don't just really speak French, really, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's a different. It's not French.
Nah, well, they speak Lingala. They also speak Swahili.
Yeah, I don't know many Congolese people that speak anything but French, so that's maybe why I've never really heard them speak. So yeah, I get it. It's interesting to see how the rest of the world look at you anyway. I know Nigerians get it all the time anyway. So
yeah, but yeah, so. As the other countries are just interested to see how they take it, and also I wonder what it sounds like to North Africans against Sub-Saharans.
Why did you? Which one? Sorry,
I says North Africans against Sub-Saharans. So those people like Algeria, Morocco. How do they think the South-Saharan African sound? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how does a Moroccan think a Senegalese person sounds? Based on their
it's just gonna come out racist from there. I just know already. You just know it already, bro. Just know it, man. Just allow it. What I was saying beforehand, before we got into this, that was listening to this trend, and I wish I could find the Caribbean one because there was a Caribbean man that did it about Nigerians, and the first comment was, "When did this start becoming racist?"
Oh,
and it's not even like he wasn't trying to do it; he was trying to do it, but he couldn't speak the language, obviously.
Yeah,
now they can these lot, but he was saying in English, and it just didn't sound
right. Yeah.
So I wish I could find it. I don't know on Instagram if you can see the things you've already watched. I don't know how it works on this.
No, you can't.
Yeah, that's
unless you like or save the things.
Yeah, I mean it is open for abuse, I guess.
Definitely.
No, he was just trying to get in the spirit of thing, and it just because he was rubbish.
Yeah, but you know the people that have done it, they have a real association with
those people.
That
so they hear them enough.
So they've heard enough words.
Yeah.
To be able to say those words, Eforiro, Kai, you know, and certain.
You know what? Most of these Ghanaian women have already dated us, so that's what I found it. So I'll send it to Stav. He can play this last one. This can be the very, very last one now.
Very, very, very last.
But the leading on from this, obviously accents and what things mean and the rest of it. Did you see the case in the midweek there?
Yeah, obviously it's been up.
But have you spoken about it though? Are you changing topic? No,
he was going to. Yes, but you play that thing first, and then we can change the topic. But yes, it goes very much with what we're discussing here now.
I don't know what made
the Lion King.
No,
that's not even funny, man.
It's got nothing to do with being funny.
It was a segue.
Asna now. Why don't you just let hot fire fall upon your head and devour all your hair follicle? You were the craze, you the man. I don't. If I just pigeon. Slap your shut up your head. You stupid. Slim wine thing with the buying thing.
I think this way.
Yeah.
Asna now. What?
I think that's where it went off.
Yeah, so that was how Nigerians sound to Caribbeans. In the beginning, he sounded all right. Then
he was kind of doing pidgin or mimicking pidgin.
Yeah, but then the pidgin just wasn't particularly good. And then the bit at the end, he just sounded.
Expect.
Yeah, as I said, I don't think he was trying to be bad for you. He just wasn't good at it.
No, yeah. Sometimes, to be funny, you have to be good at what you're saying as well. But yeah, you man can talk about this thing. I don't even see the big deal.
Somebody said it sounds more like Ghanaian than it does Nigerian. But anyway.
So what is this thing? I haven't heard it.
So there's a comedian, South African comedian, who went on what podcast is it again? 154, I believe it's called. Yeah, and there's another comedian on there who's a Nigerian comedian. I think he's Igbo as well, isn't he?
They're two Nigerian comedians.
They're both Nigerian comedians. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Jeffrey, or do you think his name is
Jeffrey's
Yoruba?
Yeah, I don't think it's Yoruba. But
and the other one's Yoruba, and the other one's Igbo.
Yeah, the other one's Igbo. So anyway, he's gone on there. They were having a discussion about something, and then they got into the talking about the Lion King.
I've heard it,
and the theme. Yeah, you know the thing, yeah, and the theme song. How does it go again?
Be careful because that will get sued.
Yeah,
it might be good for us.
What's his name as well?
The Lion King song.
Yeah, the writer.
Oh no,
you know Elton John.
Elton John didn't write that song.
Yes, he did. But Elton John, what do you mean? Money's got into Elton John's pocket.
No, the person who wrote that was a South African.
Elton John.
Are you sure Elton John did do Circle of Life one?
Elton John. You know,
which one? He's the one that did.
Elton John is there. Is him and the dude that did the thing. Both of them. There's another third person as well that would collect coin if we actually won the defamation thing. Because
Can You Feel the Love Tonight? That's Elton John.
And yeah, but what about the rest of them?
Anyway, this is Elton John. Can you feel?
Carry on with this.
Is that the song? Yeah.
No, I don't.
No, the song is called "Circle of Life" or whatever it's called, isn't it? And that is by some South African dude.
Yeah, they're never just going to do it by themselves.
Why?
No,
because they're not capable.
No.
These Africans do things by themselves.
Music is a collaborative effort. Very often, you have many artists.
Lion King, he's there. He's right. His Circle of Life is an animated feature film. The Lion King composed by Elton John and Hans Zimmer. No, hold on. That's the actual. What's it called? Then
I might said Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer.
I
was
Circle of Life, sung by Carmen Twelly and Lebo M.
Yeah, Carmen Lebu M.
But you know Lebu, man. You should be able to just.
Yeah, none of it says Elton John on this.
Yeah,
okay.
That song. I know that song.
But it still says Elton John Circle of Life on YouTube. But so he must be involved.
If you go into the what do you call it, the ting and things.
He was involved somehow.
The thing that we used to read when we bought CDs back in the day. I would not be surprised if Elton John's name was on all of the songs there. Because I'm not saying the man didn't write it or thingy, but if you orchestrate it, if you do some of the music for it, your name will be there as well. It's not just writing credits. But that's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. Would you like to continue this story?
Yeah. So basically, there's this comedian made a joke about it, and it wasn't so much of a joke. It was a joke. He made a joke about it, and he said, "Do you know what's so funny about that whole thing? He doesn't get why, the song was so big because all that opening dialogue says is, look, there's a lion."
Yeah, he's the Hans Zimmer, Elton John, Lebo, and
in that song, Lebu. Okay.
Yeah. So he basically said all it says is, look, there's a lion. So one of the people that wrote the song or co-wrote the song or however we're calling it now basically said that he has simplified the meaning and is taken away from something that's quite majestic. So anyway, he's suing
27
for 27 million. So him via Disney is suing this comedian for 27 million.
And they served the papers to him while he was on stage.
Yeah,
doing one of his stand-up comedy shows. Crazy.
It's ridiculous.
I just don't understand why any African would go against the ex brother and do that. That's for me, just mad.
Which one? The comedian or the singer?
The singer.
You don't know why he did what he did.
Yeah, but the man ain't got 27 million. What kind of nonsense be that?
It happens all the time. This is
what happens.
Like people mimicking and taking a piss out of things.
This is my point.
It's the most ridiculous claim because he said that something means something else. Anyone can go and use Google Translate to go and translate what this means.
The only thing is, as much as he was saying it with banter, he didn't say it like he wasn't being serious. Taking into account, he himself is South African or whatever, yeah? So
no, he's from Zimbabwe.
So he's associated with that country. People will, especially the listeners and the viewers of that podcast, who I believe will be African Americans.
What they believe,
whether first or second generation, exactly. I didn't know myself. I was thinking, I'm sure it means something more than that, but I didn't care enough to check up on it. So the way he said it was like he was talking as a matter of fact. That's the only thing I'll give it for him. He said it funnily, but not like I'm joking. He's like, no, this is funny because you guys are taking it as a big deal and it's not a big deal. That's the only thing the man can complain about. It's like, no, don't. If you're gonna joke about the lyrics, then at least at the end tell the people what the real lyrics mean. which he didn't do.
So his joke was that it says basically, look, there's a lion, oh my God. And then the actual meaning is, all hail the king, we all bow in the presence of the king. So he's...
I got a different translation for what you just got.
Is it?
Which part are you translating?
That whole...
The beginning part, yeah?
Yeah.
The very start part. My one says... The lion is the father. We say, the lion. The lion is the father. We say, the lion. The lion. We are the conqueror. The lion. That's what the translation says for me.
I would assume maybe those are like the ad-libs in the background, because there's too many different words for it just to be lion.
Yeah, there ain't that many words.
Yeah, so this one says, all hail the lion, all hail the king, sorry. We all bow in the presence of the king, which describes a sacred royal praise poem. That's why he's upset about it, because he said it's a sacred royal praise poem. So that puts it into an article of protected characteristics. So he's making it a cultural thing now and saying, yeah, this joke that you're trying to make. But I was just like, is this where we've gotten to now?
But if I use the translator and he's telling me something completely different from what you're telling me.
What translator?
The one I just Google Translate is translating this thing word for word.
That Google Translate is never ever accurate.
It's accurate for me, bro. It's accurate for me, bro.
Yeah, not.
Very accurate as well. Not even like it's half accurate. Very accurate.
So again, you have to take into account that I said that it's supposed to be part of a sacred royal praise poem.
Yes, but
which
what I'm
means
saying is,
that
if the
literal translation is not going to work.
If the man did translate it and this is what he came out with, you can't get vexed at the man. You should be suing Google. You should be suing Google for this then.
Yeah, but then he didn't translate it like that though, did he?
How do you know?
He knows the language, innit?
I don't know. He just said that the thing says that. He didn't say he speaks the language.
He didn't say anything about Google, fam. Don't put it on Google. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm just saying. I've got the clip.
I've got the clip. Yeah, I got the clip.
But okay, post it. What have you posted then? Or play it on the mic. I don't even care.
I said I don't even care.
This topic is on like I don't even see why anyone's even talking about it. He's gonna lose, and that's the end of it.
Who's gonna lose?
The musician.
The man that's suing.
Yeah, the man made a joke. You got your feelings hurt. You put in a stupid thing.
Very stupid, man.
And you're gonna lose, and that's the end of it.
Wasting everybody's time and money.
I don't see. It's just not a talking point to me. In terms of obviously we should talk.
You were way off. All right. You said, do it again. What does it mean? It means, look, there's a lion. Oh my God. You're joking. That is not what that means. That's exactly what it means. That's what it means. Look, there's a lion. Oh my God. Look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
There's a lion. Jeffrey's funny though. I like him.
Jeffrey is very smart, man.
Yeah, he knows his shit, man.
He retains a lot. I still think, like I said, intelligence is 50% of intelligence almost is like how much you can retain, how much you can remember. I've watched all those Netflix things.
It's mental agility.
Sorry, just actually while we're still in this realm, have you seen this other one that they're doing as well? Because it seems to be a thing now. There's like a whole show where they've got people like shits and gigs. That's what they call it, shits and gigs.
Yeah.
Those have come back now. They're relevant again.
Yeah, no one has had a problem with them for that long.
They didn't go.
Who else? What's his name? I forget his name. Charlie Pinto or something like that. I can't remember.
Harry Pinero.
Harry Pinero.
Yeah.
There's another one as well. I don't know which a woman, but I can't remember her. Anyway, they got like a show there where basically people come on the show and you need to
guess the Nigerian. Guess the this. Guess the
that was actually quite funny. That one, I guess the Nigerian one, because they had one basically the white girl and she knew bare things. The things that she knew, I was like, yeah, I don't know how you know some. But then they caught her out when they asked her what's an Akada. She didn't know what. Like I said, you can't be a Nigerian that doesn't know what Akada is.
Yeah,
and certain things, other things. But she knew things that people were like, how do you know that?
Because
how do you know that?
Because
exactly.
Because she's been tuning it. One Yoruba guy is.
I've been on those ones as well. So I've gone through a lot of those. I don't know which one you saw. Is it with LV and Axel and that lot, or is it a different?
No, I've seen that one as well.
Yeah.
I've seen that one as well.
I've seen quite a few of them where it's like, guess the Jamaican, guess the Nigerian, Guess the DJ, guess the rapper. I've had guess the person who has a white partner. Like it's been done bare of them.
One of the
my
girls,
guilty pleasures.
They said, "What's your name?" She said, "What's your English name?" They said to her. Yeah, she said her Yoruba name. I think it was something like.
I saw that clip.
I think it was something like. Anyway, a Yoruba name that she could say. And they said, "What's your English name?" And she said her name was Folak. And they said, "What?"
Folak. Yeah.
Folak. And they said, "Spell it." She goes Folake. Folake.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, "You're a war criminal." You're a war criminal. Folak.
As a Yoruba name.
No, I'm pretty certain they asked her, "What's your English name?" I don't know why she decided that was the part that she was decided was English.
Folak, you know.
Folak.
Taking a pee, mate.
They said Folake. The way they screamed at her, Folak. You know you can't say that name without being angry. Like an angry name.
Folak.
So who's on the panel for that one? Is it Deji and them lot?
I can't remember.
Not KSI.
The woman. She was on Get Me Out of Here.
Naila Rose.
She was one of
Is that
she was one of them.
That's the one that called it the walk.
Yeah, because it was her and somebody else. Both of them. Once they,
the one from Shits and Giggles. That's
once they spelled it, they said it properly and they looked at it like, oh, you messed up now.
Finished.
You messed up now.
Gone from that. Anyway, let's go to Stab's product. He's got lots of questions apparently.
Go on. No, I see the same question 3 tabs. Go on.
Is it? Yeah, because I didn't even know what I was talking about now. All right. This one's a quick one. This one,
you don't have to go through all of them, by the way, because I know sometimes you're on a mission.
Keep looking it up.
Go. I'm just saying.
I'm just looking at you.
It's okay.
So what's your take?
New York City breakfast scene is mid.
100% agree. I would say it's worse than mid.
It's underwhelming at the least.
It doesn't exist anymore.
You didn't answer my explanation yet, but I'm going to explain it because you already agree.
Sorry?
I feel like we just ran. This month never agrees. But
this is Subway Hot Takes.
Yeah.
He said the New York breakfast scene is mid. I can't remember. I'm not even going to say for expedience sake, because I guess the topic is this is not even an important part. It's just Subway Hot Takes is somebody. He's based in New York. Sometimes he goes other places, but he's based in New York. He goes on the subway and then he interviews people and he asks them what their hot take is, and it could be that whatever. So this one, the New York breakfast scene is mid.
Do you know what a hot take is?
Yeah,
I just want to make sure.
So for those who don't know, it would be. I'm trying to think of my something. What would my hot take be? I know I have a few of them.
Well, you believe that you are the king of all
no,
weaves. No,
don't talk about me personally. Talk about a hot take, something that's like this is the
women that don't wear their natural hair don't care about themselves.
No, that's not. I would.
Okay, so a hot take would be from somebody.
Man, just dash that on me. I didn't.
A hot take, a random hot take would be somebody coming on and saying, well, hot take now would be somebody saying that Salah's better than Thierry Henry because of his stats. That's a hot take. That's at the moment. That's out.
Okay, that could be a hot take. A hot take would be, I guess you would describe it as something that if you toss it out there, people may.
It will be debated like you're crazy.
Unpopular opinions that used to be called,
yeah.
basically.
Basically, that's what it is.
Yeah. There was a good one the other day where it's like, what's your hot take? She said, people putting their children on social media or on the internet is the same as leaving your kids in wherever. So just leaving them for half an hour and coming back later. And he's like, disagree. And then, because he always says 100% agree or 100% disagree, and then they spend the next minute or two discussing it. And this time she turned him around, because I fully agree with her. You can't just post your kids. She's like, it doesn't matter whether it's nice or look, my kids did this. Once you post your kids out there, it's there for every.
It's all fair game.
It's for every nasty, disgusting, person to go and look at the thing. It's like just leaving. It's just like leaving your kids anywhere and saying, yeah, it's cool, I'll come back. And don't get me wrong, it's not that somebody can reach and touch your child just because they're on social media, but they can see them, and there's for me it's unseemly things just from that. But anyways, because I like listening to this dude, it's very entertaining.
Ooh, I've got a question on that after that.
So the hot take, go on then.
Okay, so this is the question random because you mentioned this year. I watched what?
Have you finished?
No, but we can.
I was prepared to wait. He told me to do it now.
He's gonna forget.
I remember.
No, go to the video. Right. So I watched an advert before I came for the NSPCC,
Yeah.
And it was about
animal pets.
No, this was the children's one.
NSPCC. Sorry, that's the children's.
Well, I don't know, but it was children. But it was basically a advert where the man was pretending to be like calling a young girl on the internet and doing video calls with her, and doing like paedophile stuff. And then a woman was basically doing the same thing with a kid in the gymnasium. What's the place where you go and get your changed? In the change rooms in the gymnasium, yeah? Like saying, don't tell anyone. And I thought to myself, as an actor, could you do that? Could you? Because his face is blatantly there, yeah? His face was bait. Her face wasn't so bait. His face was bait. And he's there like, come on, do this, blah, 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 blah. And I think, I know it's only acting, yeah? But there's people that's mad in this world that's going to take you and attach this to you if this thing gets played enough times. Do you think you could ever do that? Do you think you could ever...
That's giving me a whole nother topic.
Okay, we can get to that other topic after. Let's play your one now.
That one I'll forget.
Okay. So
because it's only based on what you just said.
Okay, then do you want to do that now?
Simple Simon has told me to watch suggested I watch The Mind Explained from Netflix. Yeah. There's about 8 episodes, 20 minutes each, whatever. I've gone through it. One of the episodes, they're discussing some different personality traits. And one of them is like, where do you get your personality traits? Where do they come from? Are they built or are they native? Yada, yada, yada. And then in one of the episodes, they were explaining that you could break it down into 5 different, your personality into 5 different like subcultures, like very broad. And one of them, I can't remember the term, but basically it's like how risk, not averse you are, but how you, like your outlook on something like that. And basically it was like, if you're this way, you might be this way, you're thinking, and if you're that way, you might be that way. And I know that myself and my brother are on the complete opposite end of that spectrum. And the spectrum is basically, if you saw a video of a man knowing it's an advert and he's a paedophile, whereas somebody like me will watch it and be like, okay, that's an advert for child protection, and Wahala will watch it and be like, wow, if this advert gets big, this dude might one day get stalked or beat down or trapped for being a paedophile. And that basically is a personality trait, and I can't remember what they said that type of person could be. I need to watch it again to know what it was, but I was like, because that is basically my brother. People that just, in fact, they said those people in the short term they can succeed, but in the long term they're not successful because they're just worried about like what if kind of things. And so that's just brought it on.
No, but in my head I was thinking because what triggered it a bit is because I didn't really see the woman's face, so she was almost smart enough to say, "Bruv," whereas he was there excited, looking like he's doing his job too well.
If I was an actor, I could do that. To answer your question,
you would do it.
If I was an actor, I could do it.
Would you?
I was an actor.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It's an advert.
Would you, Simple Sam?
I'd find it difficult to do that. I'd find it very difficult.
Then you ain't an actor, then, are you?
No, but then if you are a really good actor, aren't you supposed to get into the frame of the character that you're doing?
Not for all of them.
You got the method actors, and where they actually stay in
character.
Yeah, the whole time. Even when they say cut, they're still in character and stuff like that. So that's one form of doing it. And then you have the other form where it's like, yes, they're trying to almost like ingest the character. It's like I can switch off when it's time to switch off, but whilst this time, I have to be that person. I have to think like that person. And then you have other people where it's just like, I'm just playing a part.
Oh, there's even
and I think that there's a difference between obviously the small and the big screen TV shows and movies and doing an advert that lasts 30 seconds.
Yeah, but if you do it well...
Yeah, because you're saying 4 lines, like whatever it is.
Yeah, but if you do it well to the point where somebody in the audience can look and say, well, this person almost fits the profile of what I consider a paedophile to be, or what I've been told a paedophile is. So now you have this person's face, this person's image, and it's not an AI generated image. If it's an AI generated image, you can say, oh, well, it looks like a real person, but it's AI.
That's fair enough.
That person doesn't actually exist, but they're looking at you and saying you exist.
I get anybody saying I couldn't do it.
No, do you know what the problem is with this advert?
I get it.
You know what the actual issue is with this advert? Now that I've seen the actual, because there's a 90-second one, which I didn't see. There's 3 people in this advert, yeah?
Yeah.
And 2 of them, you do not see their face when they're talking to the children.
Yeah.
There is one that you see his face twice. And that's probably what triggered me to think, they're showing this man's face, but they didn't show the other 2. So maybe that's what made me pick it up. Because I've never really thought about it before.
Ironically, I've seen those adverts.
I haven't seen them.
I just posted it in the group, so when you get a chance, you can see
I've seen those adverts because recently, like I just said before, I've been watching these Pop the Balloons and all that. And
also YouTube stuff.
Yeah, so the YouTube stuff.
Why are you still getting adverts on YouTube?
Because I wasn't watching it on my account. I was watching it on...
You know you don't like being tracked.
On something else. And so, yeah, the advert came up like 3 or 4 times in the time that I was watching whatever I was watching. So it's kind of fresh in my mind, and it did stick out to me for the same reason.
Why are you seeing the adverts?
It was on the telly.
Okay.
I was watching House of Dragons, boy, and it just popped up, and I was like, and it literally happened just before it came. No, it was an old one, and it literally just came on before I came here, and I was like, "Rah, this man's face is there."
Yeah.
Is that on the Amazon one?
No.
House of Dragons, is that
don't worry about it.
It's Sky Atlantic.
Go to your topic, man.
Okay, because I'm thinking it's HBO. They don't do adverts, but obviously Atlantic do.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. All right, so
you questioned whether I saw it on the thing then?
No.
What's it about? Why are you wondering then? Man told you something. You should accept it, innit?
I'm just thinking, what channel is it on? Because I know on Amazon now, Prime, they're showing adverts when I pay for Prime, and you're still showing me adverts.
You have to pay extra to get that.
That's exactly, pay extra. Everyone's pay extra now. Oh, you know,
it's only like £2 a year or something like that.
A year
or a month? It's not much. I'd pay it.
I don't watch it enough.
I pay it, bro.
I don't watch it enough.
I pay, okay. I'll get bare free stuff now with Sky. I pay for all of the stuff, so I don't have to see that. But I don't want to see any of it.
You've lost me.
But the one that my wife's gonna have, I'm going to leave as good
But that might not work for you though. It might not work for you though.
What do you mean?
Is she susceptible to advertising? Because if she is, then she's gonna end up buying more stuff.
That's her money.
Oh, okay.
As long as she asks me to buy it, it's fine.
Did you say you have bare free stuff that you pay for?
Yes, he did.
So with Sky you can get so we got off topic now. At the moment with Sky you can get Disney Plus for free, but with ads. You can get HBO Max for free, but with ads. And I think there's another one you can get for free. Oh, Paramount they gave me for free, but with ads. I paid the extra money, so I have to have the ads.
For free.
Yeah, it's discounted, but I don't want to see ads.
All right. So this dude in New York, he's asking these people these hot takes very often. And when I watch New York content or listen to New Yorkers, they talk about New York like it's like they're very snobbish in terms of when you come to New York. If you're not born and raised here, you're not a New Yorker. You can be here. You can be 45, have come when you're 20 to be successful. Me and you are now successful. In my mid 40s, I've actually lived here longer than I lived in wherever it was. But the one that's born in New York will be like, but you're not a New Yorker, even though this person will know all the streets, everything. I was thinking this, and I hear it often.
Yeah, this happened. They literally had this debate with Noriega and Rosenberg.
Okay, so what was they saying?
Rosenberg was Noriega's, because obviously they've changed the Hot 97 DJs now, innit?
Okay,
and they've got Maro as the new breakfast person from Decent and Maro.
Okay, yeah,
yeah. So he's a New Yorker, innit?
Yeah. Right.
So then Nori's like, it's good to have somebody from New York doing the show.
Okay,
and Rosenberg, I don't believe is originally from New York, but he's lived there for years, and he got offended like, So I'm not a New Yorker because I was not born here.
Was Noriega part of the show?
No. Noriega said it somewhere else, didn't it? Noriega's always talking, didn't he? He just said it. I don't think he was trying to even offend this guy, but he got offended because he's like, saying,
just proving my point then. They just don't, if you weren't born here, it's like when they do that mafioso thing. If we can't trace your lineage back to Sicily, blah 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 blah, you're not really one of us. You can't. You can never be made.
Yeah, but you kind of in a way have that feeling about Hackney. Someone who's been living in Hackney for the last 10 years comes to talk to you about Hackney. You're gonna be like,
no. This is what I was asking because I saw this. I brought this up and I spoke to my wife and I was mentioned what I just said about New York. She like, so what about London? Like, how do you feel about Londoners? I said, okay, this is interesting now because if somebody comes from Liverpool when they're 20, because she's like, it's the same thing. If somebody comes from Liverpool when they're 15 or whatever and they come to London and they're in their mid 30s, 40s, do you consider them a Londoner now? I was like, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to bring that to the pod because in my head I'm thinking, yeah, I probably would. And she's like, I don't think you would. I don't think you would see them as a Londoner. And then I was thinking of people that come from overseas to this country. They come when they're 17, 18 from wherever they've come from. And then now they're a big person, got kids and grandkids. Are you still in London now or are you from somewhere else? So my question was, as everybody's on their phone, do you see somebody as a Londoner if they've been here for like more than half of their life but they weren't born here and they didn't even spend their formative years here?
For me, it's not necessarily how long you've been in a place. It's to some degree like your points of reference about that place matter. I should say. So I would have to establish that there's areas and points of reference that you don't have, and then that's the point where I'll be able to say how long you have possibly been around the area or what kind of exposure you've had in an area. But I don't know if that...
But then that could be an age thing as well, isn't it? If you're talking to a 20-year-old and a 45-year-old and they've both lived in London for 20 years because the 45-year-old came when he was 25.
Yeah.
And the 20-year-old was born there. And you're asking them questions and it's like, neither of them can relate to things that happened 30 years ago. Are you blaming the 20-year-old? Are you saying you're not a Londoner? It's just like you just weren't around.
Yeah, I mean, yes, to some degree, but then even with it not being around, like, all right, okay, so half of my family is from Tottenham. And they have been in Tottenham, mind you, yeah, this is the Nigerian half of my family that came to this country in the 70s, yeah? But they've been in Tottenham since.
All right.
And then they are friends with people who have been in Tottenham generations deep.
Okay, yeah.
Those members of my family that know those people in Tottenham are considered, in a way, Tottenhamers or people from Tottenham because of the amount of time that they've been there. But they've come from a completely different country.
Yeah, you've been there for how many years, man? 40 years.
Tottenhamers. I like that.
Yeah, so
is that an actual term?
And it's not an actual term. I'm putting it.
It might be.
Yeah, but then, so I'm saying then it's because of the points of reference, isn't it?
Yeah, my premise when I was talking to my wife was that I don't think Londoners are as snobbish as New Yorkers. Because whenever I hear New Yorker, if you're not born and raised there, it's like you're not one of us. Well, I don't think that's the case with London.
No, we would say that maybe after a while, after a period of time, you'll say, "Oh, you're one of us now."
That's what I would say.
Yeah, but then also we have a very different relationship with the country as well, because those of us that are gonna say whether you're a Londoner or not are first generation or second generation. Like we've got a connection with back home, if that makes sense. So as much as
so we can't even talk, basically.
No, it's not even so much that we can't even talk, it's that we feel differently about it. So in New York, with New Yorkers, what happens there is that there is also that born and bred in America, and they may not necessarily have a great connection with ancestral home, for example.
I would argue, of all the places in America, New York is one of the places where people have that ancestral thing, because so many people from New York
are from elsewhere.
Yeah,
like Dominican,
and I'm not even
Dominican, Cuban.
I'm not even talking about that. I'll be talking about the Irish, the Scottish, where it's like my grandmum came from Scotland, my granddad came from Ireland, my whatever came from England.
But they don't have that backwards and forward relationship in the same way.
No,
they don't go and visit.
No, they would have lost that.
Yeah,
but more so than many other places in America.
Oh yeah,
people in New York. I'm talking about white people. I'm not even talking about spicy.
Given
people. They'll be like, no, I know that such and such came from Italy, from Spain, or from somewhere in Europe or whatever.
Yeah, but then they will also tell you that they are more American as well.
Yeah, they don't go back home. I mean, they see themselves as
American. Yeah, exactly. So
whereas we will see ourselves,
we might not. Yeah, we might identify as other. Because it is so current for us. Like your mum or your dad or your auntie or your grandma, if you're lucky to still have one, is going to have an accent from somewhere that's not. You understand? And it's been preserved over this time period where, you know, you're talking 40, 50, 60 years and the person's accent has not changed. So you have a constant reminder of, yes, as much as I've lived here all my life, I'm from somewhere else.
Yeah, because if I hear a Birmingham man speaking to me in his Birmingham accent, tell me I'm a Londoner, I'm like, no, you're not, bruv. Simple. I don't care how long you've been there. If I hear any Birmingham, that's it, you're Birmingham, bruv.
Or any other part of the country.
Yeah.
If there's an accent.
Yeah. Like, I'd rather, if somebody from Lagos, Nigeria came, I was speaking Lagos. Speaking Lagos. I made sure I said Lagos. Speaking Lagos, yeah. Right? So speaking in a Nigerian accent, or whatever. And I'll be more likely to say them that they are Londoner than somebody from Birmingham that's coming here to start speaking
What
Birmingham.
about like surrounding, like a Jacob Rees-Mogg? He's probably lived there 40 years. I don't think he was born and raised in London, but
I would have known him. I would have to know by the time. If I had known, it depends, because this is what I'm saying. I can't take all of London because I don't know all of London's mannerisms, but I know when you come from my manor.
That's when you were talking about if you're not from Hackney. I'm more inclined to be like, I know you're not from around here, as opposed to you're not one of us. You can be one of us after a certain period of time,
but
I don't think I'm that exclusive.
I am when it comes to the manor,
but you're not from around here.
Its gentrification is too much.
I can live with the gentrification.
I can live with the gentrification. As I can understand that people from from a foreign will come
from a foreign
and do their
from Canterbury
and the colonization of the area. I get that, yeah.
I came from Canterbury,
but you're not from the manor, bruv.
I was.
There's certain things you're doing that's not mannerisms. And you come to talk to me sometimes like I'm not from the manor, and that's why I don't want it. Like,
that's the one I don't like.
Don't talk to me like I'm not, because you're new age hackney. Start telling me that I shouldn't be walking or driving. Listen. I've been driving here for 30 years, yeah? Just because you decided that now I can't drive here, I'm going to drive here, right? You know what I mean? Certain times when I want to park in my estate and people are trying to look out the window like, where you park? I'll park here because I can park here. You know how many years I've been living in this place? Did you even know that there used to be garages here?
Now you just sound like an old man.
Yeah, shaking fists.
I was listening to one of my right-wing political podcasts, and I think it's the Telegraph or the Spectator, and they had I need to actually go and look in the article where like the most, what was it, the scariest places in London or whatever. It's such a right wing thing to say. Yeah. What's the scariest areas in London or the scariest areas in the UK? And one of the hosts, who, like I said, they work for a newspaper or magazine, so they're a writer, and basically they're going to follow. He said, well, to be honest, I'll be going to Hackney soon, because there's a local politician there and they reckon the Greens might win Hackney. So he's like, it's like, I've never been to Hackney before. So I'm just going to throw that into the list because I've heard bad things. And then another person there was like, oh, no, I love Hackney. Yes, I love Hackney and blah, blah, blah. It's just interesting when they were talking about it. Like he wasn't even saying but the point is, I have to go to Hackney to cover this local election. And when you say the worst places in England, I'm tossing this in there because clearly I've heard something, or I'm scared, or I'm worried, I'm thinking about it. He put it like I've never been there, but it's something I have to think of when I'm going there.
You have to take into account that whether you like it or not, there was a point in history, in our lifetimes, in fact, where there was a place in Hackney called Murder Mile. It was in the news as Murder Mile.
Yes, yeah.
So
very notorious places.
So that is going to be.
But that's gone now.
It doesn't matter. Nah. Reputationally, that is like, that's a tough area to be in.
You ain't got to tell me. When I started college, and where are you from? Hackney. And they go,
yeah, man.
What's it like? I know what you're talking about. But this is me that doesn't know anything from anything. For listeners who don't know me very well, when I went to college, at that point in my life, I was very naive. I was very unworldly. I didn't know anything about anything. So
naive, yeah?
I'm very naive, man. So I've gone to college in South London, and I was looking. There's a white girl. What's it like? How did she literally gasped? I'm like, I didn't. It's only later on I will even figure out what she's talking about. Isn't it scary? I'm like, what are you talking about? It's scary how? It's like, I heard bad things about Hackney. I'm like, no, Hackney.
I've got that all the time with Brixton.
Yeah, because you get that.
Brixton's the same.
Brixton, Hackney, you gotta get it.
Tottenham's the same.
Tottenham. Do you know what?
All the areas I live.
Do you know what makes me laugh?
Sorry, I love
about gentrification and how people look at perception of life. Yeah, I spoke to somebody the other day and they was telling me about his child. Yeah, because I was talking about how I didn't, because I went to a school to do like a volunteering day.
Yeah,
right, and I end up just saying, talking to the guy, and I'm like, I didn't go to school in my area, and I had to take it took me an hour and a half to go to school every day.
Yeah,
basically, and he goes, oh, my son as well. Yeah, he lives in this part of North London. Yeah, I think it was like Enfield or something like that. I can't remember. And he has to go to the other side of North London, like you did. Yeah. So when I'm hearing, I'm like, this man's going through bare manners.
Yeah,
like he's going through so many beef songs he doesn't even know. But because the guy's white, I just assume it doesn't even affect him.
Yeah.
But if that boy was a black boy, I'd be like, you just put this man like in the death sentence because he's going from every area in that. They're all beefing. All of them are beefing, and he's got to go to school through this part. But for him, he was just like, oh, it's his adventure. He's going, and I'm thinking,
and you don't think a white child in this day and age now is gonna go?
No, he's child.
Wow.
You can tell. You can.
No, it's
because I think it's a bit more, or unless I'm wrong, I don't know. Is it a bit more cosmopolitan now? If you're growing up in areas where those type of issues are a thing, then it doesn't really matter what colour you are.
It depends where you come from. You still got to have the background in it. There's broke people from those places that might have a different situation.
But no.
Yeah, but if you're getting on the bus,
but I don't think the man is broke. Like, I don't think he's got that mentality to be involved in that type of thing.
The child,
those youths. And please correct me if I'm wrong. Listen, they're not really moving to the young white boys. It's the young black boys that get moved to.
So you're saying that the criminals are blacks?
If you want to,
there's a lot of white criminals.
That's the opposite of what I'm saying.
There's a lot of white criminals.
There are,
and they want to be involved in what's going on in that side. And I'm not saying the majority is not black boys.
Yeah, and that's not to say that there ain't any white criminals or any white youths that are doing a madness out there, because there are. A lot of them are from European backgrounds and, you know, Turks and all those kind of things. But a majority of them, unfortunately, they're young black boys.
We are feeding the stereotype, man.
It's not a stereotype, bro. It's unfortunate, but most of them, in London, like you want to go outside of London, it's different. But most of them in inner city London, they are. Unfortunately, most of them are black.
Talking to a dude the other day, Tonks, square-headed man.
Tree.
From where?
No, white dude. White English, and we were talking.
Ivan Drago.
He was going outside London to his house, and we were talking. And I'm like, bro, you know, you didn't used to live there. Where do you come from? Because you know when you're talking to someone, it's like this man knows the ends. And I can't remember if it was Tottenham or but let's say Tottenham. Or Seven Sisters. He's like, I'll come up in Seven Sisters. I said, so what are you running away from? Because he's like, my daughter's still around there, but you know, I can't wait to get her out the area as well, because he's not with the mother anymore. So it's like, me and my girlfriend, we moved out here, and I'm just waiting to hopefully the mother, I think, of the child is happy to move as well. So she's gonna come and say, I said, why are you running away from the area for? And this is when the man felt very comfortable with me. Because he started off with basically the end's gone down, isn't it? It's like when we grew up, you can write the story. You know, we had a bit more of a community. We may have had our own problems, but it's nothing like it is now. Okay, cool. So why? What type of people? And then the man just tossed the Albanian, Cypriot, Turk. In fact, this is when I know that he knows much more than me, because he's like, I grew up with this. Because I said Turk Cypriot, and he corrected me. He said Cypriot. What's the other one? What's the another one that they would link with them?
Albanians?
No.
Turkish?
No, I said Turks, and he took
Greek Cypriot.
Greek Cypriot. He said Greek Cypriot. He corrected me. That's when I knew. All right, this one knows what you're talking about, because like I came up with them. The Turks he's not happy with, so that's why he's like, don't mix the Turks, the Greeks, and the Cypriots together. The Turks are different. Them and the Albanians is the ones causing the trouble, basically. And he was quite happy to just dash it. I was like, wow, I like it when when these men feel comfortable just telling me that, yeah, it's them ones there. They're causing all the trouble. I'm assuming if it was talking to somebody else, he would have included blacks into the equation. But he left it with the Turks and the Albanians. And that's why we have to leave, because there's too much crime there now, basically. Blah, blah, blah. I find it very interesting when people are open, because I've met the dude a couple of times. I don't know him well. I don't know his name. He won't know my name. But he was happy to tell me it's them dudes there that's causing the problems. And that's why I'm moving out. And I'm like, well, some people wouldn't be even happy to give out that information. Dudes. Because he picked cultures.
Yeah. But I mean, but if that's your experience, isn't it? Because I have mentioned those two communities in particular over a long period of time, because
you've mentioned it. I was thinking of you when he said Albanians is special. I was like, okay, there's something I know that agrees with you.
Yeah, because like I said, that whole there was a green lanes up and down green lanes. There was actual.
He was talking about that because I mentioned that area. He's like, bruv, that's where I came up with that. I used to go to school around there.
Yeah,
right? That's why I know some. So that's why. That's why it's correcting me. That's why I said, oh, so you the Turk Cypriot, Greek Cypriot.
Yeah.
Don't confuse it, bruv.
Yeah. So it's for the same reason as well. I come up with a lot of Greek Cypriots as well, and they were in that whole Palmer's Green area. That whole. All coming down that green lanes, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and it's blessed at one point.
It was blessed at one point, yeah.
And so you agree with the dude?
To an extent, because there is actual war going on between those two factions, and it's because of business.
And business.
It's because of business. So there's a lot of capturing trying to happen around there.
There's bare beef them sides, man.
Yeah,
like, a load of beef as well. It's not even like it's.
And their beef is like serious. People are dying, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is a thing.
All right. Well, God bless that community. Let's hope they all sort themselves out. And
but that's the thing that's crazy about it. Like, I'll know people from both the communities, and again, there are good people in everything, and there's bad people in everything.
Individually, you'll know people. It's like, yeah, I got Asian friends, I got black friends, because like you said, there's good and bad people everywhere, man.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it will always be the bad people that tarnish.
In everyone.
We used to play football couple Albanian man as well.
Learn to live.
I got the man that do my car across the road, the Albanians.
Yeah.
But then again, I know that Albanians bring smoke. The problem that I see with a lot of the immigrants from these types of places, and this is just me personally, what I've noticed is they don't have the same mentality as like the Asians and the Africans that come to these countries and do what they're doing, basically. They move like this. This is why I think that a lot of the English people are more thing with them, because they move like, because they're still white in their head, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they move like, this is what we're doing, whatever we're doing, you can't do nothing about it.
Okay, yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
We're not trying to assimilate.
Yeah. We are moving like, they're not even pretending like they want to integrate in any way, shape or form.
Yeah,
we are moving like we're moving. You can't do nothing about it, that thing. Whereas with, sometimes people will say, oh, the Africans or the wherever, they'll be like, oh, yes, sorry, master, blah, 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 blah. And maybe we do because we're just trying to get in that country and get in it. Whereas them, man, they don't have that. I don't think they have that blockage of even getting in there.
Yeah.
Well, now the Euros, I don't know the European thing.
They've got it now because, again, remember we were talking about immigration and asylum seekers or what have you within the country. Now, I mentioned to you that the Albanian community had a disproportionate representation as far as immigrants were concerned.
Yeah.
But they didn't talk about it in the news. And then somebody mentioned it. When I say somebody, I mean somebody in that circle, either journalism or what have you, mentioned it. And then the statistics came out. And it was like the percentage of Albanians in the country didn't match the conditions in Albania. There wasn't any war. There was no reason for this number of immigration to come over.
Yeah, they stopped one of the open policies.
It's the open policy, exactly.
Okay, because again, as I said, they just move like, what can you do? Type thing. They're not afraid.
I think,
and I think that's what people want. People want immigrants to be afraid. Them man are not afraid. Anything.
So maybe it's a European thing. Maybe it's like, if you come from Asia, if you come from Africa, and we know that we're different, we try and play the game at least a little bit. Whereas if you come from somewhere else in Europe, same as when Brits go to other places, it's like, what, mate? Like, we're Europeans. I don't need to like try so hard.
Yeah, I don't need to bet. Like, you can respect me for who. The time when I knew that was the case, or when I got more suspicious of that being the case, was when the Ukraine conflict first started, and they started pulling people over from Ukraine to here. Remember that scheme that they had where people were allowing them to stay in their houses and all that?
Yeah.
And then when those Ukrainian people were turning around saying, oh yeah, I don't like it around here, why the school's got so many foreigners in it, and at that point that I realised,
I didn't even know that.
You see yourself differently. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, to me, you're coming for refuge and you're also having entitlement standards about you as well.
Okay.
Because sorry, who did you say?
The Ukraine.
Because they're white first.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying
they're white first. In their head, we're white. We're not immigrants. We're brothers and sisters.
Yeah. And then they came here and then started
the United
criticizing
Brotherhood.
It's like criticizing, like, oh yeah, this house is too small.
And then because they're such a homogeneous country.
Yeah.
When you go somewhere and you people, because I know people from. In fact, strangely enough, there's an Asian I work with who is married to a Ukrainian, and he's gonna go and live in Ukraine because his Ukrainian wife is like, I can't live in this country anymore. This country is a craps, basically.
Shout out to Liz Truss.
That they're not happy with some of the things in this country, and you would assume that some of it, if you put on your hat, your tinfoil hat, is that they don't like the
integration.
The stuff, the complaints they have, sometimes they can be a proxy for other things. It's like, the streets are dirty.
Yeah.
There's no community. The schools are bad. There's no respect for authority. There's no respect for adults. I don't want my child growing up they have a child. I don't want my child growing up in this country.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to war, but
so yeah, I'd rather go back to where things make sense to me, and it feels more comfortable. And personally, I don't even. It's not even a racism thing. I forgot about this thing, freezing. Right?
You haven't done that.
No, I haven't checked it. I haven't changed it. No. I see it as not a problem at all for people to say, especially if you grew up in another country. Like, I've come here now and I don't feel as comfortable here, or it's cool for me, but when I have a child, I don't want my child to grow up in this area. Same way me, where I could live where I live, where there are no blacks. The main issue I have is that I don't want my children to not grow up around blacks. So it's got nothing to do with me anymore. I'm cool.
What do you think, Mr. Wolf?
I'm all right with the whole thing, really. No, but I think that I've always said that I want my children to be around their people. I've always said that. I've always advocated for that, and schools included. I think it is very important. I will go above and beyond to make sure that they are in a place of education that reflects who they are.
Let me ask you a question. If you was to, so let's say that you had two schools. One is a school that's got predominantly white and Asian students and a sprinkling of black students, but their results is excellent, right?
Well, that's my school.
And then you've got another school where you've got predominantly a mixture. So let's say there's a third white, a third Asian, and a third black, and sprinkle of others. Well, I don't know what the others are, but sprinkle of others, yeah? Right? But their level of education is very up and down. So the other one is top level. They like a lot of, let's say 90% of the students that go there.
Top level. I'll answer you.
I'm asking Mr. Wolf anyway. Well, yeah, thank you. But are getting good grades, and the other one, majority, is getting average grades, and there are some outliers that get good grades. Which school are you sending your child to?
Probably neither.
No, you got no other option, obviously. That's the point.
Are you all right? You calm down. Like I know that you've given me those two options, but in life, life doesn't work like that.
But it does in this life. In this ESN life, you have two options. Okay. You send your child to that school, or you send your child to that school.
Okay, in the ESN life, which isn't real life, I'll send them to the school that has the better grades. Okay. But thankfully, life doesn't work like that. That you will have more options to you. You'll have maybe a choice of maybe 6 to 8 schools that you could send your child to, and you are hoping that within the demographic, and sometimes you can take your child out of your I can't remember the term, not jurisdiction, but your catchment area, and send them to a school that is very good. So
I think that's some people move their house just so they can do that. Innit?
Lots of people move.
You have to do that.
A lot of people move, but a lot of people also, like what you done when you was young, that you send your child to a school that is outside of your area.
You can't do that anymore. It's not very easy, bro.
You can.
No,
yes, you can.
At the moment,
like in.
It's been a while for you. You haven't experienced this for.
I know it's been a while, but I still know people that have children.
The only way
that I told you something. Okay.
No, in my area, we're in South London.
Who cares about South London, man?
The way that it happens, nowadays is if you're going to a school that's private, for example, then that option is open to you. If you're going to a school and your application is not from your house, but from a relative who lives close to the school, you can get in that way. But now, the way I got into my secondary school, the way my mum did it, it's not an option. And I know that because I tried.
Remember, he's in the middle of doing his thing right now.
Okay.
And mine's just coming up. I'm talking to other parents that are telling me certain things.
Try to listen to Mr. Wolf. Because sometimes Mr. Wolf does have knowledge that you may not have.
Yes, you are the senior. Go on.
I'm just saying. So in my area, there's a school that my son wanted to go to. And it was just outside the catchment area. And it is a school that allows children outside, anywhere, any part of London, that they allow them to come in to London. And that is still the case now.
You know what? You know what usually that type of school is? It's a school that hasn't filled up all of the students.
No, it's a very, very popular school. So it's a school that their grades are high, their teachers are excellent, their accreditation is very good. So you can still send, basically, you can Google it. You can still send your children to schools outside of your catchment area, is the point I'm making.
No, so here's the thing. This is what's interesting about this. And I'm not saying this to argue with, I'm saying this to agree with you. You can send children technically to schools outside of your catchment area because of the way your catchment area is made up. Yeah? So your catchment area isn't necessarily made up by somebody putting a line on demarcation and saying, yeah, you can only go for schools in this area. What happens is your individual schools have access criteria, and those access criteria have brackets and levels. So somebody can get admission because of the distance that they live from the school. The closer that they are, the higher their admission points are.
Barely.
Somebody can get access to a school because they have a relative who is currently in the school already. So then your access points are increased again. So now you're second to your distance. Then if the school has a special focus, i.e. SEN or what have you, then you can also get special access points for that if your child falls within that category. Mm-hmm. And then there's a bunch of other categories that determines by each school. And because of those categories, you then form a catchment area. There isn't actually anyone who's actually overall saying this is the area that you can or cannot apply to. So the catchment gets enforced because of those rules. So I could apply to a school that's outside of my area, but they're going to be enforcing their version of those rules, which will automatically exclude me.
Like if my first child goes to a school that is close to me and they got in, and let's say it's an excellent school and they got in because it's next door to where I live.
Yeah.
And then I move 2 miles down the road and that school is no longer in my catchment area. But my second child, when they're old enough, wants to go, and my first child is still there, then they have more of a chance of getting there than somebody that lives closer.
Yeah.
Because their sibling goes to that school. They take all these things
into account. Yeah.
There's a weighed effort. So yeah, as simple as saying, it's not that you can't go into a school when you're far away, but from what I hear from parents who are going through it now, because I should really be doing it now. The way I've been told off by other parents, you should be doing this already. Like, but she's not even in there last year. They were telling me from last year, like, you need to be doing this 2 years early.
Yeah, because it's got mad now.
2 years early. It's like the rush for decent schools in your area is a mad scene. So I'm only going from what I'm hearing that it's not easy to get your child into the school that you want.
Yeah,
like you pick
and
the school,
and that's even within your catchment area. I know that.
Yeah.
It's not often that you get your first choice
at all.
So and sometimes when you get your second choice, it tends to be a very good school anyway. So you're going to choose maybe 2 or 3 schools that are very, very, very good.
I don't know if you have 2 or 3 schools that are very, very good anywhere near you.
What are you talking about, me or just generally?
Not you. I'm not cussing South London. just in general. I just don't think there are that many good schools. Full stop.
There are. There are, bro.
I would disagree.
Maybe in your area, but in South London, there's loads and loads of very, very good schools. You know?
Maybe.
And then, there's even another criteria. We had one school where they have open admission for outside of that catchment area, yeah? And they did a nationwide open admission, but you have to do an entry exam for it. And you get, I think there's 30 spaces that they have for this entry exam, and 800 students did the entry exam for the 30 places. Do you get what I'm saying? So then now you have to do, based on this entry exam, where how high your marks are on this entry exam determines whether you get one of those 30 spaces. So it's all possible. Yes, you can apply from anywhere around the country, but every school puts in their measure to make sure or that
you're not bringing us down.
Yeah,
basically.
To make sure that it's not bringing us down, but then what that actually ends up looking like is a catchment zone.
Yeah, but I think that's the case with any school. So you're going to apply for the school that's 5 minutes away from you, and it's a very, very good school. Most of the time, I think all the time now, you got to do exams. These kids have got to do exams to get into the school. Like, what level are you anyway?
Is that academy schools or the standard schools?
It's not all schools. Just
most schools. Well, most schools that I know. So that you have to apply for, because my missus, her children has just kind of gone through the process of going into new schools and secondary school, and then the younger one is going to be doing the same thing now. Like, they've got to apply and they've got to do exams.
Yeah, so Hackney does it.
Got to do exams.
Not all of them. Well, so maybe not. I'm saying not all schools, I should say. So Hackney has it, where they've got an entry exam that is broad for Hackney. So they get that information off of your exam, and then you get put into banding. And then when you apply for schools within Hackney, they look at all of the other criteria I mentioned and also your banding to see whether or not you can get into the school.
Boy.
Well, basically, to answer the question,
But they don't do that in Islington.
I would definitely go for the school that is that will be more favourable in terms of grades. But I would not limit myself to that. Without that.
Okay, so I just wanted to know what was more important. So I now know what is more important.
All right.
What's your next topic, Steph Ross, boss?
I know I'm middle-aged now.
We should have done that a long time ago.
Sorry, not middle-aged. Sorry, middle class.
Okay.
Middle class. Okay.
All right. My wife just bought a new bed, and we bought a new mattress.
Oh.
All right.
What mattress?
What was it again?
I don't know.
Origin.
Does it matter?
It does matter because I'm in the process of buying a new mattress.
Because
Origin.
Just pause there. When you get a good mattress, bro, a proper good mattress, your life changes.
I tell you
and that's what I'm saying. That if you just got any random mattress, I'm telling you to go back and get a proper mattress.
Literally months of research.
Good.
Me too. I need a new bed.
Literally.
Good.
And what I found is because basically my son is going to get my daughter's bed. My daughter has a new bed that I need to build. And so she needs a new mattress and we're buying a new bed. So we're doing it all at the same time. All right. So because my wife's bought the bed and she's buying a mattress, I've left it to her. Right. So we ended up spending nearly £900 on a mattress.
Wow.
And I'm like, what the hell?
I was about to say that
that's mid-price.
That the mattress is more than a bed.
That's not, much more than a bed.
Yeah, that mattress,
much more than a bed.
That mattress is mid-price.
Yes, I don't even know if it's mid. Because they're clocking up to $3,000 nearly for mattress. But then we're not, ours is not a small size bed now because we've been in a double bed. And I know, we've bought, I can't remember if it's king or queen, but whatever, we've got a bigger bed now. And
me and my wife have been fighting for this, boy, because she wants to get a smaller bed, and
a smaller one.
Exactly.
Why would you choose to get?
Because she wants to have more room in the bedroom, but it's not going to give you that much more room. What are you going to do now? It's going to be on my skin now. That's what's going to happen. I don't want it. I got a super king though, so I could go down to maybe a king and be all right. But I don't. I want you to be as far away from me as possible when I need you to be as far away from me as possible. Then just being on my skin hot. You know when somebody's hot on your skin and she don't sleep straight, so it makes it worse.
Well, this is the issue now in terms of heat. Now, my daughter, her room is the hottest room in the house, and she's the one that will 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm too hot. I'll wake up like, what's wrong? I'm too hot. She wakes up because she's too hot. So doing the research now with these mattresses, as Mr. Wolf has now mentioned, there's all these different technologies and this and that. So man, I'm thinking whatever. I remember my dad came home with 2 single mattresses maybe 30 years ago. Those were the best mattresses ever, and I know those mattresses could not have cost more than £10 or whatever it was, because there's no way that my dad is spending big money on a mattress. And those mattresses I enjoyed. I defend it.
Yeah.
Ah, man, if I could go back to that. And my missus is saying that the mattress that she had before she got pregnant, she loved it. But then when she got pregnant, as far as she was concerned, the mattress wasn't good for her. And then later on, she found out that it's only because she was pregnant, nothing was going to feel comfortable for her. And we tossed the thing, and she's vexed.
Okay.
She's like, because I love that mattress. I suppose we should get rid of it after 8 years or whatever it is.
Yeah, you got to change. You got to rotate them, innit? Every 8 years or something like that.
You know, I can't hear the word mattress and not think of your dad. You know that, innit?
Yeah.
But anyway, keep going.
Because of the top of the car. Even I know the story. I don't know the story, but I know the story. So anyway, I've done my research. We're doing our research now. She's got the mattress. I'm like, hey, £900 for mattress. Like, what's wrong with it? And then I'm looking and I'm like, 2K is not even a ticket. I was like, okay, all right. So this seems to be like the middle ground between it's good, but it's not killing you in terms of price. And that's me saying this is now. So, but she's like, I said I'll buy the one for our daughter. All right, cool. But then I know now that if you get the cheaper type of mattress, the one I'm actually happy with, which is foam, fully foam.
Yeah,
that's the ones that hold heat.
Yeah,
my daughter has an issue with
heat.
With heat. Yeah, so the one she's got now is the IKEA one, and all IKEA mattresses, I believe, most of them are mostly foam. So it's like, okay, now she's getting a bigger bed.
I thought foam was a good one.
They can be good, but if you don't mind being hot, or
which is mad because Nigeria foam mattresses.
If you don't mind being hot, or if you don't know any better,
but yeah,
memory foam, yeah, we're talking about, not the normal foam.
This
mocha foam is what they have in Nigeria. Mocha foam for the beds.
That's different foam, innit? Foam is foam. End of the day, yes, memory foam is a different type of foam than foam, but they all hold heat. So if you live in a cold area, or you're the type of person that they call it sleep cold, then you might be happy with that. But my daughter clearly doesn't sleep cold. She's the type she'll be there stripping off and complaining that she's too hot. So now this is the middle class me, because 20 years ago, You would have just got the cheap mattress, innit? Like, what's wrong with you? You're 9 years old. I'll
Beds for you, yeah?
Whatever.
Up the road on the market.
Now, I'm there looking at it. It's all £300-400. I'm looking at mattress for my daughter because I don't want her to sleep and be too hot.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at hybrid mattresses, which are now the expensive.
You should make her
ones.
sleep on the floor.
See, this is why I'm middle class now, because
and mattress.
Lower class me would have just bought the cheap mattress, like £100 one, £50 one, even. And you can get them and just sleep on that. Innit?
And have her cooking in the night.
Yeah, but you don't want to be disturbed.
But what's going to happen? He's going to buy the other.
It's not
You're going to buy her the other mattress, and she's still going to be hot, and you're going to be vexed. You do that, ain't it?
Yes, I'm not spending.
And she got a carpet in her room.
Yeah,
that's what's keeping the heat.
No, her room is just holds heat.
Is it the hot? Is it the highest part of the building?
No.
So the same level as the rest of them?
Yeah, all those bedrooms are on the same floor.
That's very weird then.
No, she's south facing.
Yeah, south facing.
So then what's the mattress going to do then?
Yeah, the mattress. Some of the mattresses can make you cooler.
You need to do your research. Well, if you're getting a new bed, if you're downsizing, you'll find out when you do your research.
I'm not downsizing.
Unless in Jesus' name you're downsizing bed.
Why would you be happy for me to do something worse?
So you can be close.
This is what somebody wants more from your brothers. Every podcast now, every podcast is causing problem in my house.
Did I bring it up? You brought it up. You don't put this one on me.
You say, my wife will get any bed she wants.
Remember that thing I mentioned about the Netflix thing? How you look,
yeah.
Look, why are you looking like that?
Because that's the type of person you are.
I just said she wants the new bed. Get the bed in it. What am I looking at it for? Mm-hmm. Some things is man should keep to himself, innit?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Why should a man keep that to himself? Is the man not going to sleep on the bed?
That's a woman's business, isn't it?
That's a woman's business. What your bed you're sleeping on.
In terms
Unless I'm cheating, there's no reason for any woman's bed to be sleeping.
I will tell you where the man and the woman's role is, because I believe in roles in relationships.
Okay.
So the man's role can be, I want a big bed. I'm a big man. I need space. I need to. If I come in late, I don't want to wake you up. Or if you come in late, I need a big bed. But in the mattress, as the woman is more supple, and is more prone to have issues and aches and pains with her body. Shout out all the aunties out there that have arthritis and the dads are just.
I'm the one with the arthritis.
Yeah, all right. It's a woman's place to have the final choice.
Okay, so if she comes with a stupid choice, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna say, yeah, cool?
No, stupidity, it gets dashed out the window. Once you go into the realms of stupidity, then we can't deal with normality now, innit? If we're both being sensible, then a woman has the choice to do this, a man has the choice to do that. When you're being nonsensical or stupid, then that's when it's the sensible person now takes precedence.
Do you both agree with this?
No, Stav, I see where you're coming from, but unfortunately, your mattress has to do with your back, and your back is very important.
Yeah, I'm the one with back problems.
Yeah, exactly. If your mind don't work, if your spine don't jerk, so you should be more interested in a mattress than you're making out with this rolls thing that you're talking about.
No, don't get me wrong. I told her I just want it to be, because once I did my own tiny research, they said the firm is better.
Yes.
So I said I just want it to be
firm.
Yes. I just want it to be firm and get the ones, because I'm a side sleeper stroke back sleeper. They say some of them are better for back sleepers, some of them are better. So just keep that in mind, because the mattress we're on now, I'll wake up in pain. So I know it's not good. Whereas the one I had back home that my dad got for
you were not
peanuts,
fat then.
Either way,
also
I think it's the mattress.
Your wife will be invested in getting a good mattress because it can help with the snoring and all that kind of stuff as well.
Nothing can help, bro.
I said nothing can help, but it could.
I don't think she takes that into consideration when buying the mattress, because I've got a mask that should.
Have you got the PAP machine? The CPAP.
Yeah, I've had that for ages.
You got a CPAP? Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
you got to. I need to speak to you.
I'm sure I've mentioned.
No, I didn't know. I got to speak to you off.
He's told us, man.
I've got to speak to you off cast about that. Then
I need to. The hospital's wicked with it, because whenever I need a new mask, I'll just send them an email. They send it to the post. I have to.
So you wear it every day?
No, okay. But I wear it. I wear it regularly.
Man, when they do relations, hold on.
Yeah, but it's not. It's my only blessing is because I sleep so quick. It's not that much of an issue.
Yeah.
But if I was the type of person where I tossed and turned, or then it would be very like get in the way. Actual wearing it is not the problem. But you can't like turn around.
Yeah, because
it's a headgear and tube connected to it. So when I'm sleeping, my brain is telling me, you have to stay in this position. So sometimes I'll be like itch up, like
it's very annoying,
and then you wake up in pain, and it's like because your body was telling you turn around, and your brain is like you can't. You're attached to something.
It's very annoying when you're sleeping and awake at the same time. Like you're aware of what's going on. Like because I go to the toilet quite often in the night. When I'm sleeping, I'm constantly aware that I go to the toilet too much, and I'm gonna wake up this woman. So then this makes me want to go to the toilet all the time because I'm constantly thinking about it. It's like, oh no, I have to get up and go there.
Yeah, he's the one that should be watching that Netflix thing because there's something about that about being people that can be almost aware when they're dreaming. I know it's different than what you said, but it came into my head.
Lucid dreaming.
Because I have that. I don't dream very often at all. I think because I don't get. My sleep is not deep enough. Yeah. I don't sleep for long enough and deep enough to dream that often. So I hardly ever dream. But I do know there are times where I can actually dictate the dream. So yes, some porn star will enter my dream because I decided for it.
I've had 2 dreams in the past 2 weeks or something where I've actually shouted out and woke up with shouting out in the dream.
Wow,
and my wife,
proper like the film business.
And my wife's what's the and I remember what I was shouting.
Go on. No, is it private?
No, I can't. The second time? No, I can't remember now. But at the time when it happened, just coming out of the dream, I remembered why I came out of the dream.
You were scared, or you were threatened, or you were trying to save someone.
No, this one of them, I don't know what I was doing. Like one of them, I think I was trying to save. Something happened with the wife, and something was happening, and I screamed out to get her. I think. And she was like, "What is wrong with you?" I thought something was happening in my dream. And there was another one that happened previously, and I don't know. I can't remember what that was. But twice it's happened now.
Do you believe dreams can have some sort of connection to what's happening in your real life?
Sometimes when you watch something on the television, because I remember, I've told you about the story about one of my exes that I was almost punched her in the face. We had watched what's it called? What's Twilight? Is it Twilight?
Well, that's the one with the wolf.
Yeah, and now basically I was in our state. And I was getting chased by dog-faced people.
In the dream.
And then I went to go and punch one of the dog-faced people, and she went, wala wala. And my hand was like this, slap, to give her a good blow, bruv. And that's how I woke up.
Okay.
Because I was fighting dog-faced people in my dream. I don't usually dream. So I think if I actually get good sleep, then I might dream, but I don't usually get good sleep.
And why is that then?
I don't know, I just never sleep.
Okay.
Do you believe in dreams that can turn into reality or anything? Well, to answer your own question.
Yeah.
Okay. I absolutely do believe that.
I know you would believe
without a shadow of a doubt.
Manifestation.
Yes. No, because I'm witness to it.
Go on.
And I'll tell you off and remind me. And it's happened a few times.
Ooh.
And it is one of the gifts of the spirit from God.
I knew it come from God somehow.
Absolutely. But I can attest to it that it has happened.
Before it becomes from these ancestors, it will come from God.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, definitely. From the divine creator as opposed to a deity.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll try and remember that.
You get any more of your things?
One more thing. I'll get it out of the way.
One more pandem.
And this is the thing we were discussing before, and like blah 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 blah. All right. So I saw a video earlier this week of a gym woman who had underarm hair.
A gym woman.
Did I send that? I think I sent that free.
Somebody said it.
Send it. This wants to clay eyes. It was me.
It was me. Good looking chick, and had underarm hair, very thick. So it wasn't like the odd string and whatnot. Now, I was discussing this. So I said,
did she have chest hair as well?
I didn't see that.
No. That's another one. But yeah, it wasn't the same.
All right.
Mental algorithm is wild.
He likes was it her suit? Was it?
Let me just tell you something. Yeah, there's one of the guys on Joe Budden's podcast. Yeah, they was apparently some people was watching his likes. And apparently he tends to like women that are like in wheelchairs and stuff. Like he's got like there's a page of both things in wheelchairs, and apparently he's been going around liking it. The algorithm is wild.
That's mad.
I did see a video of a woman in a wheelchair twerking the other day, and I said, "This got too far now."
Definitely.
It's gone too far.
I've seen something with Joe Budden where they were discussing money, and they were beefing about if you had all this money and you weren't paying. They were talking about Pippen. Pippen is or was a basketball player for the Chicago Bulls. Their argument at the time is that he was the second best player in the league, but he wasn't even in the top 100 paid players.
He had the worst contract ever.
Yeah. So they were discussing it and saying basically some of the people were saying that the management, the team, should obviously have given this man a decent amount of money. They were winning so much at the time. You've got one of the best players. Pay him, even though he negotiated he didn't do the best deal. At some point, you'd be like, you know what, it's still winning. Let's bump you up a 10, 20, 30%, whatever it is, yeah? Take it upon yourself to just give him that bump as a thank you. And Joe Biden was bang on, nah, if you negotiate the bad deal, then that's your business. And the argument was going backwards and forwards. And the irony is that some people like
he did bare badges.
Blah 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 blah. And then Joe Biden's like, don't watch my pocket in terms. So he's seen himself. That's when the hat is very interesting. Which angle you're coming at it from? Because in his head, I'm the manager. Don't watch what I'm doing with my money. Yeah, if you did the bad business, that's your business. And many of the comments came down with, so when it was Spotify that was earning X amount of money and you weren't getting paid, and you were complaining that look how much money Spotify makes and this is all they give us. You were saying exactly the same thing as your co-host, and you were saying, and Spotify can easily, don't watch our money. You negotiated this deal.
No. It's different.
Why?
Because he was in a deal with them, and then he was doing renegotiations. So he said, now you're doing renegotiations. So he's saying, you're earning this much money. You're earning this much money not because of anybody but us, because they obviously had their codes or whatever that told you how much money you earned. He's saying, tell me how much we getting because of the code that people are joining Spotify with our code. They weren't giving him the numbers that he wanted, blah 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 blah. So then he said latest then. So he's doing exactly what he's saying.
I forgot. I'm speaking to the Joe Biden expert there.
He knew exactly what he's doing, exactly what he was saying he's doing.
All right, fair enough.
But again, I do. But that doesn't negate all the music deals that he did that was wrong.
But people said I couldn't stand beside somebody who's watching me earn peanuts. And they're earning all tons, and they don't be like,
what? So Jordan should have left?
No, more as a manager. Basically, I think it turned almost into them. So Joe Biden makes X amount, and let's say he disseminates and pays the rest of the host.
Mm-hmm.
And it was almost like some of them were saying, well, if I'm only getting X, because I don't know what you're getting, you know what I'm getting. So if you're getting, let's say 50 million, and you're palming off us with 500,000. I don't know that the money that's coming in is tons.
But you're happy with your 50, 100.
But this is what they're saying. If I found out that this is what you're earning and this is what you're giving me, then I don't know if I could stand behind you and be happy. And Joe Biden is basically like, if you were happy with the 500 grand, what difference does it make how much I'm earning, kind of thing? Or that's kind of like how the conversation. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but that's what the.
But most people are. If you're happy with the money that you're negotiated, that means that's what you think you're worth. Unfortunately, that's what you think you're worth.
Well, I think that's, in essence, that's what you said.
Yeah, and if you think you're worth more, you should ask for more. And not everyone's brave enough to ask for more, and that's where the problem comes in.
But
again, you can ask. Like every time I speak to somebody that wants to get a job or whatever, I would say ask for like a ridiculous amount of money. They can only tell you no and tell you, well, we could give you this. Or sometimes you'll be surprised and they'll tell you, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, my mentality changed when going back to the issue I mentioned before with my wife and the DJs and paying the DJs money, even though they say they didn't even need the money. I can't remember exactly what I said on the pod now, but along those premises, that I've changed now, where it's like, you know what, you deserve this, take this.
I would do that if I wanted that person to stay. Because that means it shows, even if, again, because the increase doesn't even have to be that much. So let's say that I am earning 20 million and I'm giving you 500,000 and I decide, you know what, I'm going to bump you up to 750,000.
Yeah.
That 250,000 still is nothing really comparison to what I'm earning.
Wait, so this is 50% increase.
But to you, you've been bumped up a large amount of money and you're thinking, wow, this person actually values my time.
Yeah.
So I would do it. I wouldn't just keep you on a contract that I think is low, because in the end, I might lose you, and then I have to then find a way to get somebody to replace you, and the replacement might cost more money than giving you the bump. So I'll just give you the bump.
So one of my favorite Rick Ross lines, I remember you saying that at one point you like Rick Ross, and then you came back later on and be like, Rick Ross is much better than I thought he was. I'm like, I told you. One of my favorite lines of his is, better give that man. He's talking about his bedroom.
Mm.
Give that man a raise or end up paying for it.
Yeah,
pay. Don't take the mick out of your people, because if you take the mick out of them, maybe one day it's gonna come back and bite you.
You could give them all the money they want. They'll still, if it's not the money that you got, some of them will still do.
Some people,
yeah.
But in this case, the premise of it is that this is your boy. This is somebody that's supporting you. Don't take the mick out of the fact that he's supporting you.
We live in a world where some people think they deserve more than you for stuff that you're doing.
I hear this all the time from famous and rich people, and I've heard it from
not as much, more.
I hear it all the time. So recently I've heard it. Charles Barkley was in an interview. He was saying that basically people will complain. It's better you don't give them anything, because if you give them something, they always want more than what you give them. I heard Fat Joe say. I heard so many rich people be like, The problems only started when I started sponsoring these people, because then the entitlement kicked in. When we had nothing, we were cool. When I didn't give them nothing, we were cool. But the minute I gave them something, then you start pocket watching. It's like, you should be giving me more. I am Joe Blow, the lover man.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So yeah,
it's not nice. I don't know if you mentioned it. I don't know how long you were recording before I came in.
No.
Did you mention the UN General Assembly vote? Do you know about that?
Yeah, we do. No, we didn't talk about that. Okay, I'll save my topic for next week, and bring that up, because that one was very interesting to me actually. But that's a long topic. But go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, the UN General Assembly, they've voted to recognise the slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity. So the proposal was put forward by Ghana. Mintry, big up yourself.
Shout out to Ghanaians.
Yes, big up yourself. I know we do a lot of mocking on this show, but
they've done some other dodgy stuff though. But recently Ghanaians, but carry on anyway.
It's not necessarily dodgy. It depends on how you look at it. Just doing a defence business doesn't mean it has to be dodgy. But anyways,
so shout out to Ghana.
40 Ghana cities.
I know a lot of time there's a mocking and stuff like that, but you have to understand that we are. Oh, I'll speak for myself. I'm a Pan-Africanist at heart. And I feel like my brothers on the podcast are like-minded, at the very least. So yes, we mock Ghana, but the same way we would mock our own brother or our own sister is the same way, in the same pattern that we do that. So shout out Ghana for that one. So the proposal was put forward by Ghana. It was adopted by 123 nations that are part of the UN General Assembly, and only 3 were against it. Can you guess which 3 countries it was?
Argentina, the United States, and Great Britain.
No, Great Britain wasn't against it.
They abstained.
Sorry, those were the 3 that abstained, innit?
No. 50-something countries abstained.
A lot of them abstained, but the 3 that said no was, one was America.
Yep.
I know that for certain.
Argentina.
Yep. And the other one was Israel.
Yeah, Israel.
Israel. Sorry, I got it wrong.
And the part of the reasoning for them voting against
it's actually comical.
Because they're saying that by calling something the gravest, you are creating a hierarchy, and they do not acknowledge a hierarchy in crime or something like that. Along those lines. So basically,
atrocities.
Yeah, a hierarchy in atrocities.
Did they all say that? Or
that's what they said. That's what the statement was.
There was a joint statement from all 3 countries.
Which one said it?
Huh?
Which one said it?
Which one?
No, I'm saying, because I wouldn't expect there to be a joint statement from all 3 countries.
No, there was a statement from, I think it was from Israel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I can imagine one country saying,
and they're saying that they don't recognise, they don't like the language of gravest because it puts a hierarchy in suffering, and they're not. They're not for it.
And
so
taking into account, I believe this UN thing they put forward, they weren't even talking about reparations and stuff. They were talking about just acknowledgement and going forward. Implementing certain things going forward, per se. Not even that we want 10 trillion back pay because of...
Yeah, there was no reparations talk. Yeah. It was just about that labelling and having a point in history mark that we collectively agreed that it was extremely bad. So, yeah, that was interesting. There was also another statement from a set of Slavic countries. So, I think it was Serbia, Montenegro, and another set, and they were also saying that they weren't particularly happy with the proposal, particularly again around some of the language and some of the inclinations of that language as well. So there's a couple of people that are just like not really for it kind of thing. But I think
if I was most countries, I want to be for it. Anything that involves me having to be accountable for something, I want to be for it.
But there's
North Macedonia, Montenegro, Albania, Republic of Moldova, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and San Marino.
Every time I hear San Marino, I just think of them getting spanked up on football. That's getting battered everywhere they go.
So of all the countries that were, that could vote, I believe it was 50 something that abstained. So so I'm assuming.
And I think those 50 in Europe.
I didn't reach into that. I was stuck on the fact because there were 3 that said no. Because take into account, they don't have to say no.
They could have just said nothing.
Yeah. So a lot of these other countries would be like, even if you don't agree with it, we're just going to keep our mouth closed. If you're saying no, that means that I defend it. I really want you to know that we don't care about y'all people. But it was very interesting. For me, I find it extremely comical when I heard this thing.
Why? I don't understand.
Because of the 3 countries involved.
Oh, okay.
It's like how much more stereotypical it's like it was such a stereotype. It's like it was like if you were gonna write this story and somebody said, you know what, there are 200 countries that are involved, 52 countries abstain, and the 3 countries say no.
But
and the 3 countries are going to be Argentina, America, and Israel. I'd be like, you can't write that, man. That's come on, man.
But somebody would have said,
like, make it believable. You can't just like pick those 3 countries and those 3 countries.
Too obvious. Yeah.
So I find it, for me, it was just funny. It's just funny. But I haven't actually done more research than just the surface level. Read the first and second paragraph of the story, and then that's it. I didn't do any. I saw a bit where one of the Ghanaian spokesmen was being interviewed, and they asked him, "What do you think about the people that said no, whatever, and blah blah blah." But I haven't done any more reading. Like I don't know the countries that abstained.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then again, because I think it's 50-something people that abstained. How many people vote? The rest of them would have voted yes, because if only 3 voted no, 50. I believe it's 50. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So how many people voted?
The United Nations, or the number of recognised countries in the world, is 195 or 193, because I think 2 of them have been politically kicked out. So out of 193, 123 have said yes.
So it was those were the numbers. It was over 100 said yes, we co-signed this.
123 said yes, they co-signed
it.
Okay. 3 said no, and then the rest abstained.
All right. And I know Britain was one of the
abstainees. Yeah.
So yeah. It is what it is. It's interesting. It's nice when people
do nothing.
When people put their stamp on.
And that's what's interesting about it for me, is because there isn't supposed to be, on the surface, there isn't supposed to be any secondary action as a result of this. It is just a matter of getting people to collectively agree that the fuckery that happened, excuse my Spanish, was a fuckery. That's what and this is what's so bad.
Acknowledgement always comes with something.
But that's what's so bad about where we are, that we still in 2026 have to be having that conversation where we're actually just getting people to acknowledge written.
But acknowledgement comes with something.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not you think it does or whether they've said that now, acknowledgement always comes with something.
Of course, it starts the legal proceedings potentially, because now...
Well, look at Israel.
Yeah.
After they made an acknowledgement of that Israel has rights or whatever happened after the German war.
Yeah.
That's why bare of this stuff's happening because of that.
Yeah.
They acknowledged that they was done wrong.
Yeah.
And now because of we've been done wrong, this is what we've agreed to do for you. Yes, or am I saying wrong? Or am I being wrong?
Even because on both sides you'll have reparations were given to Israelis based on, Jewish people, not necessarily Israeli, Jewish people based on the Holocaust. And then on the flip side of that coin, the Germans decided that we have to take a back seat on doing X, Y, Z, which is why I said that now with defense, they actually, even though they're like the biggest economy in Europe, they take a back seat to defense because of what happened during World War II, where we have to step back. What's happened very recently with stuff is now they're saying, you know what, it's been
long enough.
It's been long enough now. We got all this money.
You start seeing the red flags coming up, boy.
Yeah, so
with the swastikas, we rise.
We're moving forward. Well, even then, because like the ADF is growing in Germany with all these. This is the advancement for Deutschland. It's the far right German party, and they're raising up the ladder. And part of it will be when you're being held back as a country. Like you feel, it's that scene in what's that film with Busta Rhymes and Ice Cube and
Higher Learning?
Yeah, Higher Learning, where the dude takes off his hat. Sorry, you're gonna have to watch the film for it to make sense. But there's just a bit where the person takes off his hat and it's like no more. It's no more. So
we're not hiding anymore.
Germans are getting to that point where it's like enough.
So here's a question, hypothetical. I feel messed up for asking the question, but because of the cycle you've explained, question becomes prudent.
Does it before you ask it?
It kind of does.
Okay.
So if the same far right that you're talking about in Germany come up now, because you said you'll see swastikas all over the place.
Yeah, I was just joking, but
I know. But if they came up with the justification that what's happening in the Middle East and the protagonists in that area, if they turn around and said, yeah, this is part of the problem that we were trying to solve with that one.
No, I didn't say that. I'm
asking the question. I'm asking the question.
No.
Question.
The way I see it is that we have shackled us because of past sins.
Yeah.
We have repressed our true selves.
Yeah.
We have held back on our economic and industrial and what's when your war? What's what do you call
military?
Yeah, our military function. We're holding ourselves back, and we've paid our dues now. Yeah, we're Germans. We're proud to be German. We've messed up in the past. I'm being light on them because these people are they're new Nazis basically, but. We've messed up in the past, but that doesn't mean that we should just be ashamed of who we are.
But that don't reflect all Germany, does it? It just reflects this one particular party you're referring to, right?
Yeah. But when you're winning, then if the country is voting you, then that means that the country is agreeing with your things. And a lot of, and in this case, a lot of it, which is going on in all over the world, is immigration, because Germans took in a lot of immigrants during different wars. I think, is it Syria? They took in more Syrians than anybody. So they have a lot of immigration, and then when you have a bunch of people come from outside to inside, and then you mess with the ecosystem.
Syria, 10, Turkey, they 15, took a lot in.
Yeah, so down the line, people was like, it used to be. I used to like it. It used to be better. And when you start looking, who can I blame for the change? It's these are the difference, isn't it? It's these people that came. They brought in whatever, they've changed the food,
especially
they've changed that.
Especially if you're saying that they themselves are not getting involved in military action. So it's like Americans, all these others are going to war, mashing up these people's country, and then they're coming to us. Basically, that's how they're going to see it, because we're not even the ones that's causing problems in their country.
Which is why you need to be very wary with, even if you're lefty, even if you believe in certain things, if you just being realistic, you can't be too nice, because eventually the people that you're controlling, or the people that you rule over, I'm trying to figure the proper term, but eventually their snapback is like, it's too much. So when the past leader of Germany, the woman, I forgot her name, forgive me. Merkel man. Yeah, she's the one that opened the floodgates for these things for good reasons. Like, we have the space, we have the finances, and you people are in need. Come. But then once too many people come, that's always what happens with the far right. When the problems happen.
What they need to do is be honest.
Can I finish?
Sorry, go.
So sometimes it has to be, we need, like, this is what's happening with Labour now. This woman that is the new Home Secretary for Labour, she's a Muslim, she wears a scarf and everything, but she's like, we can't just open our doors and let everybody in. And a lot of the people in her own team, I'll be like, we don't like what you're saying. But I kind of agree with what she's saying in terms of, if we just let too many people in and we just let too many people do this stuff, eventually, all like reform and all these things, they're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger, because it's human nature for you to start looking over those there, don't trust them new over there, and start causing a problem. For us to have some longevity, we have to stop being so idealistic. Nothing goes worse than that. We have
shout out Wavy, because Wavy did come back to me the other day and said that he understands Inchku. I said yes.
Yeah, we sometimes with your idealism, it's like you're talking to a child. Yeah. And it's like, uncle, auntie, why am I not allowed to be nice to this bastard? It's like, because the bastard is going to take advantage of you being nice. So unfortunately, I have to teach you how to be your own bastard sometimes.
Yeah, but they have to be honest about the reason why they let them in, because there's no other reason but money, and that's what people need to understand. But anyway. Anyway, let's wrap this up.
Anything else?
No, I just needed to bring up the UN secretary thing.
Thank you for bringing it up. Yes.
And before we go, shout out to Senegal for holding the trophy hostage. We will not give it back to the Moroccans.
Is that what they said?
No, they're holding it hostage. They keep it. They go and parading it places.
Yeah, because they're doing international friendlies.
Yeah,
they're parading it before the friendlies.
Yes.
Hold that thing hostage, bro.
Yes. This is ours.
It's ours.
Yes. I defend it.
Listen, I like what's it called? I like a deletion as much as anyone. But you can't give them thing back to the Moroccans again, bro. They can't have it.
You like a tagine, did you say?
A tagine.
The Moroccan captain has openly said that he doesn't want it.
No, that's a fake news.
The Hakimi one.
Yeah, it's fake news. I went to go and search to see whether that was true. It's fake news.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Did you see it come from his mouth?
No,
and did he have 5 fingers as well when he did it? That's how you have to check things now, boy.
You know what's so funny? One of my uncles did that. We were on the family video call, And my missus went on there and he's like, "Oh, you look different. Are you sure it's you? Are we sure it's not AI? Show me your hands." But it was just so funny hearing somebody from a different generation.
Yeah, it's just scary.
It's scary, but
the AI stuff is very scary. Fake news is gonna go through because it's bad enough as it is, but it's gonna go through the roof.
Yeah, of course.
All right, okay. And on that note, shout out Senegal. Let's do our church notes and our goodbyes. Let's start off with.
Give me a lead, please.
Okay, let's start off with the last person. The lead is there, but it's in front of you. The last person that came is going to be the first person.
Oh, nice.
Do church notes and his goodbyes.
Okay, so I watched Ready or Not 2 this week.
Here I come.
Here I come. Ready or Not, Here I Come in the cinema. Yeah, it was all right. Gratuitous blood for no reason, which is often
the reason.
I think that's the theme this week.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's really weird because the other day I took a stock and I thought, you know what, we have detuned ourselves to the point where what's considered to be acceptable entertainment for different age groups is a bit mad, but we move.
How so?
I think the blood and gore and all that kind of stuff now, the ratings on them, once upon a time I think that film would have been an 18.
What is it now?
It's 15.
I think it's alright for a 15.
I don't know.
It would have been 18 in the past, but it's alright for a 15.
It's a 15 now, and why are we now alright?
I think blood and gore is no longer the thing that makes it 18. I think more psychological damage figures is more 18 than the blood and gore.
Yeah, but they don't take into account the psychological damage the blood and gore does.
Bro, you got Call and Duty out there, bro.
I hear it. I hear it. So yeah. So anyway, I seen that.
I seen it.
Again, got into Invincibles, so now I've seen the first 4 episodes of that. I think Invincible, that's just a good program, objectively, for me anyway. Again, more blood and gore.
I've never seen it.
Oh yeah, get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's almost like...
It's good, man.
Yeah, it's similar vein to The Boys.
I guess as much.
And then, okay, The Boys season finale is coming.
Yeah, I saw something pop up.
8th of April. That would be the final season.
Yeah, maybe I'll catch up on that and try and watch from whatever I watched season 1, and I think I might have watched 2.
Okay.
Some of 2, so I just watched the whole thing. Plus, was it V or?
Is that? I can hear it.
Wait, limited is
they're going to make it what?
Is it V? What's the
Gen V?
Gen V, yeah.
So maybe I'll catch up on that. Because there are some things like Spider-Man, Daredevil, something I can't say. Let me catch up on that, and because I only watched the first season, maybe
the Netflix one.
Yeah, I've never watched the Disney one.
So you ain't watched Punisher?
I can't remember.
Jeez,
I might have watched Punisher.
Oh, you're for a good time.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, let me watch all that stuff and whatever. So this is just so much.
There's too much.
So much.
Also watched Zootopia 2. I watched Hopper as well.
This man is taking his daughter places.
Yeah. I watched Hopper as well, and there was another one. I can't even remember what the other one was called.
Your kids film?
Yeah. I watched.
Is it the basketball one?
Yes, GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched GOAT and Hoppers in the cinema with the kids and the wife.
I didn't realise that Stephen Curry was involved in that.
Stephen Curry?
Yes.
Steph Curry, you mean?
Yes.
Stephen
Curry.
Yeah.
Stephen again.
There's no V in his name.
Yeah.
That's it's a joke based off of another show that I'm watching called The Grand Crew. It's an all black cast, and there's one of the black guys who isn't very hood, doesn't really know nothing about basketball, and he calls him Stephen Curry, so that's why.
You don't have to be hood to be into basketball though.
I know, but that's the premise that they're going with.
Okay.
So yeah, that's cool.
Man can't take his L. Yes, it's like no.
That's what. But I'm just telling you where it's come from. So that's Grand Crew as well. So if you get a chance, have a look see at that. I feel like there was something else I watched this week, but I can't remember. I've done a lot. I have walked every day this week for an hour plus. So my activities are on streak right now. I just wanted to share that because I'm proud of myself.
Well done.
Yes.
Sorry.
Walking.
Yes.
Hour plus.
Mm-hmm. In fact, I've done my 10,000 steps today.
That's very good.
Not yet. I'm 2,000 steps away.
Yes.
I'll get you a 6-pack.
I've done 10,000 every day so far this week. So today,
you have a day every day.
Sorry?
I do 10,000 every day, standard. Okay. Apart from this couple of weeks because of my foot. Okay. But yeah, that's like a standard.
Okay, good for you.
But I have a treadmill, so.
Good for you.
You walk on a treadmill at home? That's good.
And at the gym.
Push it back.
Steady pace.
But I walk slow anyway, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm a very slow walker, but
not as bad as me.
I did 16 minutes and 2 seconds for the mile.
The steady pace walking is really good. I used to think that high pace was good for you, but it's okay, but the steady pace is very good.
What does steady pace mean? Other than the normal average, because you can run fast and be steady.
Yeah, because you get tired less by doing a steady pace walking.
When you say steady, you mean like medium pace?
Just a regular walk. There's hot stepping, and then there's just a normal steady pace in it. And if you're going to walk supremely slowly, I think most people will notice. Steady. What is a steady pace? Medium, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know.
Steady pace walk, innit?
I'm not a gym person. Maybe
I don't think you need to be gym.
Steady for me means doing something.
I think it's a 5-minute conversation.
Like steady doesn't mean fast or slow. It means doing things consistent. Is what I feel.
Walking at a consistent pace then.
Yeah, but the consistent doesn't mean fast or slow. There must be a speed to it.
Just leave it as consistent.
It's not
pace.
fast.
So you can walk very slow and it's fine.
Yes, that's what.
You can't.
No, it's not fast. It's not supremely slow. It's in the middle.
Right.
Yeah?
Average pace.
Average pace. Yeah.
Right.
And that's good for you because you're not using too much energy, but you will burn that energy over a period of time, and it's good.
I walk with intention, so it triggers the exercise thing on my watch.
Mine always triggers the exercise, and I definitely don't walk with intention.
See, well, mine. If I walk around, it won't trigger. If I walk with intention, all of a sudden it's like, are you walking out?
Yeah, if you're walking like consistently for a particular period of time, then it will trigger.
For me,
if I'm just walking to the toilet, then no, it won't trigger.
I think it's after like 15 minutes or so. If I'm walking consistently for 15 minutes, then it'll say, "Your brother,
you're doing something." Like, if I don't have my watch on, I feel like my day's wasted.
And I've never had one of those things either.
Yeah, like I've done stuff. Like the other day, I did a whole gym exercise, and for some reason, my watch didn't trigger properly.
Yeah,
and I was fuming because it just feels like I've done the exercise. I know I've burnt the calories. I feel like it's wasted because I can't track what I've done.
It's not wasted.
In my brain, it was wasted. But anyway, it was you that was talking, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, I finished. I think I finished.
Okay, then
Big Wahala.
Okay, at Big Wahala Insta, at Big Wahala on Twitter. Shout out to the people that actually tell me that they listen to me when I say this stuff about what we watch. So I didn't even know people actually really cared, but they do. Anyway, I've watched 2 films this week. I've watched They Will Kill You.
I see the adverts for that.
I was supposed to watch that the same day I watched whatchamacallit.
Ready or Not?
Yeah.
You're watching the same film twice, basically.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen.
But I like both of them.
Yeah.
I like both of them for one reason. Sorry, for 2 reasons. One, they're half a decent film. And 2, they're not too long. 1.5 hours. Bang. In, out, bang. So my niece is actually asking me about this film today, and I basically said it's like a Black Kill Bill.
Yeah, I figured.
That's how I see it. It's a revenge film, blood and gore. And it's got some good beats in there as well. Some good RZA type beats in there, boy. Beats is not delicate. Right?
What's the film that came out recently that's got a RZA beat in it? The Amazon film with the two, the wrestler and
Baptista. I haven't seen it.
There's a bit where like blatantly just stops and RZA just comes in.
Okay. And I ain't seen the film yet.
Something Havoc or something it's called, isn't it? I know what it's Wrecking Crew.
Wrecking Crew. Yeah. So there's just one RZA beat in there.
I said Havoc.
Yeah. So I've been doing this thing where I watch 2 films on the same day. So so on Friday I watched 2. So I watched They Will Kill You, but that was quick. And then I watched another film that I had no idea what, never heard of it, never seen it before, even a trailer. And suddenly it was in the cinema. And it's called Splitsville. And I actually quite liked it.
I've heard of that.
It's actually a good film. It's a film about 2 different couples and their relationship, basically.
But apparently there's a bit in there, there's a music bit in that as well.
Music. He plays a lot. They play a lot of music in that.
Yeah, well, I heard
they play a lot of music. They play a lot of vinyl, old type jazz thing in that. But it's a good film. So
a violent bit.
Violent?
there's one fight scene in that. Where the music was important.
Yeah. It's the craziest because there's no reason for this film to have such a good fight scene, but it does.
That's because I'm listening to the reviews of all these films, and they're talking about all the blah blah blah, and they said
one of the best fight scenes I've seen.
Ironically, this film that has got nothing to do with like the rest of it has the best fight scene of the week.
Yeah, it might have. Yeah. And I just watched Labor Coup, which has plenty of fight scenes, but this one was so realistic as a fight scene. Like it could happen.
So you're co-signing.
But yeah, so I quite like the film. So if you get a chance to watch Splitsville, I think that's one of the films that I'll push people to watch because
cinema.
You don't have to watch it in the cinema at all.
No, but you watch it in the cinema.
I watched them in the cinema. I always watch all my films in the cinema because if I watch them at home, I don't feel the same, vibe. Daredevil's back from last week. It's got 2 episodes. No, 1 episode. I think 1 episode already. The second episode is coming up soon, so that is back. So make sure you check out Daredevil. What other things am I watching, man?
Paradise you're watching as well.
Yeah, I'm watching Paradise, but that one's almost finished still. But there's stuff anyway on the TV to watch. But those are the 2 films I'm telling you to go watch. And then, as I said at the beginning of the show, if you've got Sky, please take advantage of the free apps that you do get. One being Disney Plus and HBO Max came out on the 26th of March. If you've got TNT Sports that no longer exists on the Discovery, that is now on HBO Max. So make sure you go and sign up to the HBO Max so you can get your sports online. As I said, you also then get if you do some negotiations with them, they might give you if you've got Sky Cinema, they might give you Paramount Plus as well for free. Because I got that for free. I never used to have Sky Cinema. They gave me Sky Cinema for free and then gave me Paramount Plus for free.
But you pay a lot of money to Sky. That's why you're getting all this stuff.
No, you don't have to. For you to get like HBO Max and Disney, you just have to get the normal. You don't have to have sports. Sports is a problem. Sports. If I take away sports, it's not as much money as you think it is. It's the sports.
All right.
But yeah. So anyway, so they're adding all this bulk on because they want people to stay with them. Because. Why would you be Sky when there's all these apps? So they've just basically incorporated them. You can get Netflix with Sky as well. You can just do all of it.
I had Netflix when I was with Sky.
Yeah, so I've got Netflix with Sky as well. So anyway, so you can get that. And then the one I was talking about for my wife, that's coming in the next couple of months, which is Hey You.
So they're adding that on.
Hey You's coming there. My wife been wanting this Hey You for ages. She refuses to subscribe to it though. It's like she's giving me the eyes. I'm not subscribing for you. You can't get that one. But she's coming for Sky now. She's like, hey. So yeah, so she can watch every housewife of everything in the world.
Yeah, it's gonna be over, man.
Yeah, so you can get out with Sky.
All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Wolf.
Yep, I've got a few things. What I will say, just to co-sign Big Wahala, is Daredevil is a superb TV show. Watch Daredevil. The first 3 that came out like 10 years ago, and then the new gen one, the writing is very good. Watch that, and also watch The Punisher. Punisher's brilliant. That's old as well, isn't it?
I think I've seen The Punisher. I just can't remember it.
Very, very good.
There are 2 bits.
And sorry, the mere fact that I think these new Marvel,
I'm watching Marvel. I'm watching Marvel films. Marvel from Italy.
Yeah, these new Marvel films incorporating the both of them.
Yeah.
So I'm encouraging guys, listen, go watch those TV shows. 1, because they're coming out in these new films, and 2, because they're excellent TV shows as well. As well as Gen V and The Boys. But those 2, quality.
All right.
Go and watch them. Right, I'm going to play something. Let me unlock my phone quick.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Infinite Husk is another film you should watch. It was almost like a B movie, like low budget, but it's really good. I think the dialogue and everything's really good. Infinite Husk it's called.
Infinite Husk. Have a listen to this lady.
Hey guys, calling all support network, family and friends, we need you. So we were told quarter 1 would always be difficult, but we didn't realise how difficult it would be to get people through the door, to get people to come in and get us to where we need to be financially, essentially. So we need your help. We are in a difficult position right now, and it could be a make or break situation right now. So
I'm going to cut that because she goes on for a little bit.
He's like, he waited for you to
no, it's fine. It's fine. Go on. It's fine. I noticed that he was going to get out, but they are located on
Who's
20. Let Let me land, bro. They are located on 22 Streatham High Road, 22 being number 22 Kitchen and Bar. So they are a black-owned business who are struggling. And I put this out to a few groups over the weekend, and a few of those group members just added me, and they went to the bar.
Sorry, what is it called?
Bro, are you all right?
No, I'm not joking. I don't understand. What is the name of the thing that you're talking about?
22 Kitchen and Bar.
Okay.
I said that.
Yeah, I just saw you said the address, so I didn't know whether or not that's what you was.
Yeah, but
he said the address, then he said 22 Kitchen and Bar.
Yeah, but I didn't know. That's why I was very clear about what's the name of the team, because you just mixed it together for me. So that's why I asked.
Okay.
All right.
So it's number 22 Kitchen and Bar.
You sound very frustrated, bro.
No, I just wanted to know what the name of the thing was. Like, she's talking as well. She didn't say the name of the place either.
Right, and that's part of the reason why I gave the address, and then I gave the name of the place. So the address is 22 Streatham High Road, and the name of the place is 22 Kitchen and Bar. That's part of the reason why they named it 22 Kitchen and Bar.
Okay,
all right, go on.
So it's a kitchen bar. You know, they do breakfast, brunch, dinner, cocktails, mocktails, and all these kind of things. What's this thing that they do where they spend a certain amount of money?
Buffet?
No, not the buffet.
Brunch.
They anyway. I can't remember the term, but they spend a certain amount of money. It's unlimited. Drinks,
but it's buffet brunch or whatever they call it.
Okay,
what is it? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's unlimited drinks and unlimited food for a certain amount of money. They do that as well, and there's a downstairs space.
All you can eat.
Yes, yeah, there's a downstairs space that they have as well. So my recommendation, one of my recommendations this week is to spread the coin to black businesses. Sometimes you got to make a conscious effort to spend maybe that little bit more for our people, and maybe go out of your way to go and support a business that might be struggling. I don't know this woman. I never met her before. It is in the manor, and I will be going there at some point in the week or two, and then I'll let you guys know what it's like.
Let me ask you a question. Not to take away from what you're asking. Let's say that you do go there and the service is terrible.
Yeah.
Would you still be recommending people to go there?
I will give them feedback. I'll give them some heavy duty feedback, but I'll still recommend people to go there. Yeah,
okay.
I would, because I don't think that maybe the service for me should be a reflection on the whole business. So maybe the person that they employed, or on that day they were just bad. It doesn't mean that on the whole that they're going to be bad. If you know what I mean. I've
seen quite a few of the what they call upper class Nigerian restaurants are closing down. So I heard that Shark.
Okay.
I think that's closing down. The one that's in West End. And there's another one as well. I forget what the other one's called, and that's also closing down. So
Okay.
restaurants are struggling, man.
Restaurants are struggling. The other recommendation I have is for a couple of social media pages. One of them is called Sovereign Media, and I did have them up here, man. Bloody hell. Hold on. Just give me a sec. Sovereign Media is a global anti-imperialist page.
Yes.
Yeah, man. It delivers stories through a sovereign lens, independent journalism for the people, by the people. These are the people that had a page called Africa, I think it was Africa Unite, and the West cut them down, basically. The United States and Israel, they thought that they were doing a madness. But anyway, they built a new page, Sovereign Media. I've mentioned it before. They also have a sister company or sister page called Spearhead, or The Spearhead. And when I tell you that the stories that they present based on Africa and the people of the diaspora, it is very, very, very good media. It's unbiased and it's just real. To the point that you're thinking that
nothing is
unbiased.
I was going to say,
okay.
There's no way it's not unbiased.
All right, no problem. The stories that they present, sometimes you think that they're flirting on the idea of getting chopped down again, because they tell some stories that cut straight to the bone.
They might be truthful. That's the best way.
Yeah, truthful stories. Then the other guy is the Merc, and I think I've posted him on a few I've posted a few of his posts on our group, and he is someone who is doing a lot for Africa as well. He's done some comics, some really good comics, and we thought it was based on a Disney program, the one that you recommended, the Disney series Wakanda, yeah. But he said it wasn't, so there was the idea that it was, but he kind of said, nah, it's like it, but I'm not going to go as far as to say that it was mine. But he's done that, and he also does some fantastic commentary on the diaspora as well, on leaders that have been assassinated, to an educational platform that he is now starting, and that in itself for me is fantastic. So he's asking for funding, so you can go onto the Merc. He has a core 300 group that support him, and he's always he's asking he's asking for more people to help support him, and he sounds like a real dude that means business. I believe in him. You know what I'm saying? Anyone that's looking to do things for the people of Africa and the diaspora, I am all for that. So go and visit him at the Merc on the Instagrams, and that's about it. You can catch me on Instagram and aka Mr. Wolf, on Twitter and aka _Mr. Wolf. What's going on?
I'm Stavros Boss. You can catch me at Stavros Boss on most of the socials. Thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of the podcast. I didn't even say what number it was.
557
in air blood.
Glat.
557.
Hashtag ESN Pod. Start joining the conversation at ESN Podcast on most of the socials. ESN Podcast at gmail.com to send in the thing. Wendy, don't worry. Next time we're still coming back to you, and we'll do your Amada Arse.
We haven't forgotten you, Wendy.
Yeah, well,
I
just remember that. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be blessed, be beautiful, be bold, and I would say be black, but I know not all of you are.
Be good to yourself, be good to each other, and remember, if you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Life for life.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast.